And G'day everyone, Matt Elder of Family Bricks here, and welcome to this 4th of July end of UK lockdown or easing special. So just thought I'd start off there, a little bit of the graphics there. So 4th of July, Americans celebrating, and then for us in the UK, you can come out of your house if you promise to be good and not break too many rules and all those sorts of things. So being 4th of July, just thought we might just go through just how we got here. So, you know, a couple hundred years ago, you had the Americans, and they're like, you know what, you British, we'll take it from here. I think we can figure this out. And, you know, the British themselves were like, sure, no problem. Yeah, we can do that. And so very much after that, they all got into a big fight and were carrying along, going along for a little bit, having a good time with that. And then, meanwhile, being British, they also too had a large number of tall ships, and it's like, oh, we're actually running out of some of the yoke from the tall ships. And then somebody's like, well, you know, there might be this little tiny island in the South Pacific that can help you out there. And that little tiny island was Australia. And we'll use the cover story of sending convicts there because we need like a good slave labor. So anyhow, where's all this going? Fast forward, jump in our time machine, hit 88 miles per hour, and here we are today. We've got a nice mixture of people from the States, from the UK, and I'll take the token Aussie and also UK resident as well. So let's just sort of see. We'll bring some people in very soon, and let's just see who we've got here at the moment over in Chatland. So Rise of the Brick, good to see you. Brick Hive, Solar Brick Builder. I'll get it right this time. 80s is Life is here as well. Great to see you. Brick Clicker is here as well. Also a good one here. So brilliant. Anyhow, I guess it's that time we should start bringing our first guest. So who, if I do it the usual way that I've seen some other people do it, who looks the most chaotic or disorganized? Maybe that's where I'll start. Or what have we got here? Let's see now. I think we'll start with this person. They're completely dedicated to Lego. You would not believe this. They can build Lego not only in a house, but anywhere else you can think of. They've been known to not only build Lego in a van, but also film it as well, which is such a great little thing to be out there doing. And even if they're building and they've got something in their eye, they'll keep on going. That nothing will let them get in the way of doing it. And of all other things too, he's a master vlogger with his daughter. So let's bring in Mr. Solar Brick Builder. How you going?
Hey, how you doing, my friends? That was an awesome intro. Brilliant. And it goes with my logo as well. I'm the man with a van.
Yep, there it is. The man with the van.
How you
doing,
That was
pretty
Matt?
Quick, the way that you're able to get that in there. Good,
Yeah.
good.
It's good to be here.
How's your day been so far?
Same as always. Had the living snot beating out of my daughter, and just generally trying to edit a video today, and she did not let me do it. So she's gone to bed, and I'm now here. So good to be here. I finally get to relax. I get to chill out and do what I like to do best, and that's build with everyone.
Excellent.
Great. It's great.
Right. Let's pull some more people in. So next person I'm thinking of, it's sort of like, you know what, they looked at it and they said, I've never built a Technic set before. I want to start. You know what I'll start with? I'll start with a Lamborghini. Probably the most complicated, almost has the most number of parts out there, and done an absolutely fantastic job. I don't know how they did it. Props to him for being able to pick that one out first to do that. And also to have an amazing city. And you might recognize him from last night's stream with London Bridge Bricks. He was the one there that had the Monkey Kid set. And he was taking a really hard, long look at it because it seemed to be a top set. So let's bring him in, Mr. Brick Hive.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, if you ever want to test your sanity, build a Lamborghini, a technical Lamborghini. Yeah.
I can't wait to build that. Can't wait to build that.
But thank you for the nice intro. I appreciate that.
Excellent. I still can't get past it. So like, oh yeah, we're sitting there on the stream, and it's like, this is my first Technic set. What?
I still can't get over that, man.
Yeah, I know.
That I could understand you building. Right?
Yeah, and I told the Lego store employee when I was at the Lego store yesterday, yesterday, that I did that, and they were just looking at me with a blank expression on their face, like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you start with that like $30 set over there or something? That's me. Diving in head first.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
But yes, it's great to be here. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for inviting me.
Great to have you on the stream. Let's bring in somebody else now. For mine, this person probably sets the standard in streaming. There's always, after doing the stream starting last week, and I know I've given them a lot of hard time about things, and I just don't know how you can come along to a stream and always have such high energy, and just throughout the whole session is just going and going and going. And somehow he also manages to do some building from time to time as well. And being quite local, I just thought you might actually recognize him from hosting a stream last night. We're talking about London Bridge Bricks.
Bam!
There's high energy.
I got to say, I love the story, Matt. The storytelling. That was a surprise, folks. We did not know that was going to happen, but I loved it.
Yeah, really good.
Irony being, of course, I'm wearing Captain America today. And next year, folks, I promise you, I'm going to be sending out a Captain Britain to over to you, Hive, for next year.
Yeah, Captain Britain. I love Captain Britain, man. When he was because he was in a comic book in the I want to say the mid to late 80s called Excalibur.
Yeah.
And dude, that was a great. And Alan Davis, he's one of my favorite artists, man. He does not get enough credit, I don't think. But anyways, yeah.
I hear you, man. This is nice. This is lovely. I'm really. This is so nice to be here, man. It really is. It's like I can watch someone else do all the hard work, and like you say, I might actually build something tonight, Matt. It's nice to be here. Love the storytelling, love the intros, good stuff. This is good start, folks. You're in for a treat tonight, folks. I tell you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get it there, and I can feel it coming tonight. It's sort of like I'd be ribbing you about barely getting through a poly bag through the night, but until now the shoe's going to be on the other foot.
Yeah, I'll be every 10 minutes. I'll be saying, Matt, how's progress?
And I'll be trying to keep a smile. Great to have you in. Okay, let's bring in one more person now. This person. Quite a young guy and sort of come out of nowhere, and he's starting to do some streaming. And when I first was doing a bit of a technical test for my stream last week, he managed to jump on and help me out with that, which was great. So let's see now. He was too. When he did his first stream, he's like, you know what? I'm going to try to rebuild a detective's office, because why not have a good challenge? So I'll bring in, here he is, the Daily Brick. How are you going?
Hey, how are you guys? These intros have been so great, Matt. Did you think of them beforehand?
I'm trying to. It's sort of like I know some people can do it off the cuff. I wish I could, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, I need someone in front of me with cue cards. That's what I need.
Excellent.
Matt, honestly, wing it. That's the best thing to do. Wing it. You're doing well, mate.
Weird, yeah. I'll crash straight into something. So, and last but not least, I guess, this person always needs a star on the show, so we're going to have one on next coming up. Not saying that the others aren't. Yeah, I'm just walking straight into this one. This person actually has a great Discord server, and it's probably how half of us find out who's streaming when, if we don't already know, or finding new people, or people finding us. So it's always great to have there. Such a lovely personality you have, and usually completely upbeat and always great, unless, of course, you say something negative about Chris Pratt. Then there will be hell. Or alternatively, and we don't want to get too far down this track, if you start talking ice cream. We ran into a few problems with that last night, so we won't go there. And now, to round it out, they're actually an American, 20 minutes outside of Amsterdam. We'll bring in the wonderful Mrs. Sarah Starbricks.
Sarah.
Hey, everyone.
How are you going this evening?
I'm great. I had ice cream earlier, so hey, life is good.
Nice. That does sound good. I need some ice cream in my life.
After
right
last night, I had to, so
now.
I had to do it.
I did a great job of finishing off that bucket of ice cream. I think we're onto something there, folks. I think this could be a thing. I think it could be a thing. The ice cream bucket challenge or something like that.
So now that we're all in and things like that, let's just run around and we'll do it graphically. So over on that side, everything's mirrored. Mr. Solo, what are you going to be up to this evening?
Well, sticking with the theme, as I loved your intro so much, because I was going to like take apart my pirate ship and do that, but since you had the nice van intro, I decided I'm going to build an ice cream van. So I'm going to build that instead.
Hey! Excellent. Good choice. That's a really good set, Darren.
Yeah.
Really good
Yeah,
set.
it's been sat in my cupboard for ages. I brought it over here. I was like, do I or not? And then after doing that intro, I was like, yeah, I've got to now.
We actually, for one of the London AFOL's meetups, maybe it was February, we were actually given just a whole bunch of parts, which was actually from that set. We weren't told what it was or instructions, and just from the parts, you had to try to guess what the set was and put it together within 20 minutes.
Ooh.
So
I'm going to be using the instructions today.
Yeah. So we're sitting there and sort of like, you know, there's a few moving bits and pieces. Like, how does that all work? So you're good to actually see what it's properly meant to look like now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's no hope on that. I still might not even finish it. We never know. You know me, Matt. You know me.
So moving one along, we'll go over to Brick Hive. What are we looking at for this evening?
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to be working on this crazy new theme. I don't know if you've heard of it, called Monkey Kid. I don't really think it's going to go anywhere, but I thought I'd give it a shot, you know. And of course, as usual, I bought one of the most expensive sets, so, you know, hopefully I'll like it. I'm going to be building that Monkey Kid mech probably today and probably tomorrow.
Brilliant.
Keep going with that.
I think what, Matt, I don't know if you've got any Monkey Kid sets, but I am loving everything to do with Monkey Kid at the moment. I really am. And HIVE, you put out a really nice picture earlier on of the Monkey Kid in the cloud going over your city. That was brilliant.
Yeah. I was I had to get Superman. I was like, all right, Superman, you gotta go somewhere else, man. This is Monkey Kid's spot right now. So
yeah, man.
That's exactly where Superman was last time. Yeah, that was a great picture. Yeah, I was really digging it.
That's all of us. Look at that. Look.
I know. Look where you guys are.
Look at that. Selfless plug, everybody. We're all on Instagram. You can follow us on YouTube, of course, but we're all on Instagram. Check us out. We're a good bunch.
Definitely. Yeah, we always post a lot of stuff. Matt posts a lot of artwork, and Solo, me, Sarah, and Greg and Daly. Like, we always post pictures and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah, check out everybody here. Everybody's channel is in the description, so make sure you check them out. Subscribe to them, and while we're here as well, if you can, just press that thumbs up button on this stream. That'd be great. Muchly appreciated.
Definitely. A big thumbs up.
And while we've still got Greg there, what are you going to be working on this evening, Greg?
Well, it's funny you say that, Matt. I might actually finish this set. I've got a number of things. a number of things I want to finish tonight. But I was I went to the Lego store this week, Leicester Square, and I bought my first ever modular set. But don't worry, I'm not going to be building that tonight because I definitely wouldn't finish that in a couple of hours. But do you know what? I bought the modular set. I got a few gift with purchases with it, which I might build one of those. But do you know what? I did buy another set. The other set I bought, everybody's probably thinking, a fizzy ball. I bought this. Look at that. It's the most ridiculous set I've ever bought from a Lego store. I love it. I absolutely love it. Why do I love it? I love it because it comes with a hammerhead shark. Look at that, folks.
It's a beautiful shark.
A hammerhead shark.
The 4+. You're like, I love it, and then you're pointing at the 4+.
Yeah, I know. I never said I was perfect, man. I never said I was perfect, but I will. I think. Give me about 3 minutes, and I might finish this out. But yeah, so that's going to be the first thing I build tonight. The rest of it, I don't know. We'll just make it up as we go along, Matt. You know what it's like.
Yeah, off the cuff. So moving along, Lex, what have you been looking at this evening?
Well, I'm still working on the detective's office. This is floor 2. It's just the base right now, but I'm hoping to finish the right hand portion of the set in this stream, but I really doubt I will.
Well, we all have faith in you, brother.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
You can do
You
it.
can do it.
Finding in these piles, finding the pieces is so
my
difficult.
No, yeah, dude. That's why the creator 3-in-1 sets can be difficult, because they're not, the bags aren't numbered. You know what I mean? And
Oh yeah,
people
yeah.
don't understand. Yeah, if you don't have numbered bags, it does make it a lot more time consuming.
Oh yeah, massive.
Yes, definitely. So, and then moving along, Sarah, what are we going to be looking at from you tonight?
I'm a patriot, so I'm going to be building the little brickhead Lady Liberty.
Oh, what a good set
4th of July.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Yeah, right?
Gosh,
Yeah.
I was very proud of that.
It's been sitting back there in my back room, so this is perfect.
Well, that's probably the perfect excuse for me too, because it's sort of like, that's what I was thinking of. I thought, well, brickheads, a couple of hours, maybe I'll get half of it done. But I guess now if you're doing it, then
It's on. It's a competition, Matt. Who will finish Lady Liberty?
Lady Liberty. Bonjour, Monsieur. Mademoiselle, Lady Liberty. So, Hive, I'm interested to know what's your thing about the Monkey Kid then? Are you liking it? Do you think it's good?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's a very solid theme, and it's the artwork is very, very good. It's not too simple, but it's not too complicated. It's definitely a fun set. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's very new, and this is the first set I've gotten. If I had the money, I'd probably buy them all. They all look like pretty cool sets, and I definitely want the boat one. That one looks very cool, but that's actually the most expensive one, I think, right?
Yeah. But what's his face? That new YouTube channel. What's it called? Jang Bricks. That's the one.
Yeah.
He reckons that's one of the best sets that Lego have ever done.
Well, there's a couple things I noticed about building this so far. One, so I'm assuming this is Monkey Kid, but not in Monkey Kid form. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about the story yet. But this headpiece is very cool, and he comes with headphones, and like even the leg printing. I know you can't really, it won't focus, but even the leg printing is really cool. You see on his toes, he's got like printing, and it's a really, really cool set. But something else I just noticed. Have you guys seen this piece in gold?
Oh, no, I've not seen that in gold. That's nice. There's a lot of gold in these sets.
But yeah, it's one of those, I guess, 2-level slope pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never seen one in gold.
Matt will definitely know the exact name of that piece, because he's mega technical when it comes to Lego, and much more than I am.
Yeah, I'm horrible at
1 by 3 2/3 slope.
Sands wants to buy this off me. I keep wondering if I should sell it to him, but I'm like, this would look really cool in the city, man. This is like a perfect little thing to. I mean, I would modify it. You know what I mean? Like make sure it's enclosed in the back and stuff. Maybe even make it modular so you can just take the top off. But yeah, it's just a perfect little building to put and like in between, because there's a couple spots. Like, for instance, I only have half of the pet shop. I bought that off eBay. Like, they just had half of it for, I can't remember, like 60, $70 or something like that.
How do you get half the pet shop? Did you get half the pet?
They were selling it each half separately. And I didn't have enough for both halves. So I was like, well, I'll just take the pet shop version. It's got the pet sign on it.
That's bad.
But because of that, it's the spacing of regular modulars on the 3232 base plate, it's off. You know what I mean? So stuff like this can help fill in that gap. I mean, if you don't have it, you can make just an alleyway. But
I'm so excited about that set. I'm building it. Chris is in the chat at the moment. So next week, Matt, during the mammoth 72-hour stream that everybody's going to be partaking in, Chris and I are going to be building it. And
I was gonna wait, man, but I just kept looking at it last night.
I know, man. It's so good.
I couldn't stop.
He's saying it like he's obsessed. I'm loving it though. I love the building, because now, of course,
dude,
I want to do a city, and I'm going to have like a China section with my Ninjago city or something like that. Which
Also, depending on if you can't have like a really, really big city, these are perfect also because they're just nice, compact little buildings. And it reminds me like if you could take this and just stick it in Ninjago City almost. You know what I mean? Not just how Ninjago City's got all those different. Yeah, that's kind of what it makes me, feel like.
Is that the little convenience store, Brandon?
Yeah, and I was asking everybody last night, and I guess I don't know if they're messing with me or not, but I was asking everybody about the fish. Like, what's up with that? Like, do they hang fish from
Yeah.
And they're like, they're like, that's so they could dry, and I'm like, really? It's like, why are the fish hanging up there, man? That's got to be smelly.
No, they're smoking them and stuff like that. Hive.
Oh, okay. And I think this is a video game, like a little arcade game right here.
Oh, that's what's good with that is the Ninjago arcade machines. Oh man,
yeah,
there's an idea.
Right, exactly. Oh yeah, mine. Yeah, it's over there. That would be perfect. That would be perfect, actually.
There's definitely something fishy about that, indeed. Love it.
Good one, Brick Clicker.
So Matt, what are you building tonight then?
I was going to do
okay.
brickheads, but I guess now that Sarah's doing it, that gives me an excuse not to. So, although I'd probably get to it. I've never actually built a brickheads. I do have a thing for Statue of Liberty sort of type sets. So, the first video on my channel actually was rebricking the really old 2000 version, the giant one. I just did it in white rather than the sand green though.
Oh wow!
So,
there was a Statue of Liberty that came out recently, wasn't there? And everyone didn't like the face because it was like a shield piece or something they used.
Yeah, it's very bland. I've also got that one to do at some stage, but yeah, somebody else then came up with gang or something. But basically, you take like 3 pieces off the foot and then swap it over, and it actually has much more detail in it.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's a good idea though, and I've not actually seen that one in real life, but yeah, there was a lot of lovely Lego when I went to the store on Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, Thursday. So yeah,
I forgot to mention in your public service announcement that you did yesterday on about that the Lego store Leicester Square has got the pick-a-brick wall open. So I went through and gave them a call today, and it's like, do you have this? I just want to check. And they're like, yeah, we've got it. So it's sort of like we've gone from this point, when the stores opened 2 weeks ago, the blue order one's like, yep, nothing's happening, not going to happen anytime on the horizon. So he's like, can't get any bricks. And then at least it sounds like Leicester Square, you can do something.
Yeah, they'll get them for you, and they're wearing gloves, and it's all very safe and everything like that. And everybody is like within 2 meter spaces of each other. But yeah, I was there. I took a few pictures, and I might vlog on it this weekend. I don't know. But the thing is, I only went there to get I said only to get this was like a thing.
Your 4 gifts to purchase.
I bought this modular set, and it's turned into a Lego haul. So I might, I don't know. I might just do this vlog thing where I'm just basically talking over what's going on, and then I might actually do a mini haul afterwards or something like that. I don't know. I'll think of something to do tomorrow. But talking of vlogs, right? I feel like one of the only people in YouTube Legoland that doesn't do vlogs. Matt, you've just started. How are you finding it?
It was, I'm enjoying it. I do it for multiple different reasons. Part of it is a bit of a backdoor of, what you do with the kids and things like that, because I can put them up and then family all over the place can actually see them and see what the kids are up to. And then, it's the sort of thing, I'm sure we've all done it, where we take lots of photos and videos and and it lives on your hard drive and you never see it ever again. Yeah. So you do that, but it's funny because then I remember at the time Darren's like, it takes so much time to do. It's probably the editing wise, it takes the most, and I'm still like, yeah, sure, that's probably not right. And yeah, no, I do it, and it takes the most.
Oh, dude, it is so time consuming.
Oh man, I need some tips. Don't
do it.
I mean, look, if you can just wing it and just keep it pretty simple, and you say everything, you're not going like every 3 seconds like I do, you know, or you got to cut that stuff out or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of things you got to think about, like, or your surroundings, you know what I mean? Like your address and your license plate, or, you know,
yeah, that's the worst pick for me.
Even when I'm filming just some traveling footage, just to kind of filler, I try not to put like exit signs and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I mess up sometimes, but yeah. It takes a long time, man.
That's the hard part for me, because obviously I got my logo on my shirt. It's plastered all over my van. So I'm like, right, somehow I've now got to do this without taking a video of my van, and also not show the logos up here, and also the logos of the companies that I'm at. So I'm having the camera like right in my face here. I'm like, yeah.
That's why when I'm filming in my truck, like if I'm either going or coming from work, that's why I always have my hat on backwards, because I don't want to just show the logo of where I work at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I just thought you was being fashionable, so now I know.
Yeah, I mean 50% of the time, but the other 50%, you know, it's, you know, I guess for a legit reason.
But see, so all the filming I've done, I've just filmed it. I haven't actually said anything, because the camera I'm using is kind of, it is a 4K camera actually, but I used it in just HD. But I just thought, I'll just talk over it or something like that. So all I'm going to do is kind of cut it up a little bit. I don't know if this is how you do it, Matt. And I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to watch it, and I'm just going to talk over it. And I think is that cheating? Is that vlogging cheating? Is it or something?
I don't know if you want to get technical about it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's really splitting some hairs, because technically you videoed it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't think it really matters. It's not like we're all going to like be judgmental about it.
Oh, okay. I'll give it.
But even then, you know, it's still a lot of cutting up. Like, all right, see, because I always do my vlogging from my phone, because that's it's everywhere I go. You know what I mean? I'm not carrying a camera around. So, so like, and I've said this before to other people that. So when I have to still edit my weekend review. Like when we're done with this, I'm going to finish editing it. But there's like 40 to 50 clips on my phone that I got to upload. You know, and then sift through. You know, so it's and then there's things like my wife, she don't want to be on film, so I got to make sure I can cut her out. But I have found a tool on my editing program that's got that blurry face thing on it, so I can actually just use that for now on. It's a lot easier to try to splice everything.
I think you use the same one as me, Filmora, yeah?
Yep.
I think Filmora is really, really good.
Dude. Definitely. I paid for a year first to try it out, and then once I loved it, you know what I mean? Plus you can save all your logos and everything in it. And then I just paid for infinity, like you pay for
it was $20, wasn't it? And you get
something it for like that, It's totally worth it though.
Oh, massively. $65, folks. You'll never spend a better $65 unless of course you got a great Lego bin. But
and there's they have, I think it's called Wondershare. I'm not sure, Greg, but there's a place you can go to find more like things you can add in.
Music.
Some of it's free, some of it you got to pay for, but it's still a pretty good price. I think you could pay like $7-8 maybe a month, and you can get all that stuff. But I'm not sure. I'd have to double check, but it's definitely worth it.
I've done it. I've just filmed a review, and I was playing around with it today, because today I don't know why. All of a sudden, I've got like a load of stuff that. A bit like you, Matt, I've accumulated loads of video, and I really got to start editing stuff up. So I've spent half the day, I'm not joking, probably about 5 hours today, sitting on my backside, chopping up videos. That's all I've been doing. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to actually do something a bit different. I'm going to do, I'm going to do some reviews that are very different to the style that I normally do them at. And then I thought, well, I've got my SigFig picture in PNG file. And so I've got that coming in every now and again to it. So I've kind of been messing around with it. But yeah, Filmora, folks, it's good. And you can get it a month for free as well if you're looking for something out there to use.
Yeah, it's free. It just has the watermark when you use it. That's all.
Yeah. But it's good.
Yeah. Sean's come up with an interesting comment here. They took my phone off me in the Lego store. Can you elaborate a bit more on that?
I walked in there, and they like I said last night, they missed the trick really, because they're all wearing the face masks. And I said, well, you should be dressing like Ninjago or something like that. It wouldn't quite look like you just walked into a very yellow Lego fight veterinary surgery. So anyway, I said to them, I said, Matt, I said, guys, do you mind if I film in here? And they're like, yeah, just go for it. So I said, thanks. So,
yeah, for me, I always try and be very sneaky about it because they haven't told me, and they know I do. And I think I don't know if they recognize me from YouTube, but I think they know something's up because like yesterday I was even wearing my Brick Hive shirt. And it says Brick Hive and YouTube on the back of it too. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, one of the dudes, like, he was like following me around.
You do anything for discount, mate. You do anything for discount.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it'll be in my review. But yeah, they're hiring too. I was like, I had the camera on the sign for like almost a full minute. I was like, should I do it? But no, I can't. Yeah.
Oh, it's good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to start laying some trees.
Yeah, he's come back. When I got the VIP points, he took my phone off me to scan it. Yeah. Because the VIP points, the system has obviously changed over, and you do it through like a digital wallet or whatever now. Although I've heard they've had such problems with that they're actually starting to roll parts of that back depending upon where it is because it's not quite working properly or they're having too many problems. So
just get rid of it.
With the guys on
I don't know why they changed the VI points, Matt. There was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't broken. Why did they mess around with it? It's absolutely it's a pain in the backside. It really is to use it now. And when you use it, the user experience that Lego think is so good at is terrible because it's completely different from the lego.com site.
Well, the one thing about all of the changes they made, the thing that irks me the most is now if you want to spend your VIP points in the store, and luckily I remembered this, you have to register it online first.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, dude?
You've also got to make sure that when you do it, and it's very close to it, like the option to select whether you're doing it on store or in line.
Dude.
If you do one or the other, they're just like, no, sorry.
And I'm going to play devil's advocate, okay? And I'm just going to say Lego did it just to confuse the hell out of everybody. So they would either waste their VIP points or not understand it or just give up and say, I'm not even using it anymore. You know, so that's the way I feel it. Because Greg's right. Why would you mess with it, dude? It was a perfect system. It was perfect.
Because it's the sort of thing, I don't know, like pretty much anywhere in the world you'd go. Like when I went into New York, they're like, okay, you've got $20 worth of credit. Do you want to use it? And then I went to Canada a few weeks later, and they're like, oh, you've got 35 Canadian. Do you want to use it? And it's like, no. And then it came back to the UK, and they're like, oh, you've got 30 pounds. Do you want to use it? And now it's like, oh no, we can't do anything. It's like, oh, it's the cynical view. I'm very much like you, Hive. It's sort of like they've put as much friction in the transaction, so you can't actually use them now.
It's just like, and I know there's a double-edged sword of this. It's just like the promotional minifigures that they're doing, the San Diego Comic-Con stuff where you use your VIP points. You know what I mean? Like on one hand, I know on one hand I'm like, oh well, if it's my choice, if I really want that figure bad enough, I'll drop my VIP points to it. But the odds of you getting it, it's just like winning the lottery, dude. I mean, someone will win, but it's just astronomical. And I just really feel Lego just did it so that you could waste your points for nothing.
That's why they did it, Hive, to waste your points. Is that they create the market, and then what they do is they've made up a manner to siphon out everybody's VIP points.
But the problem I have is the personal responsibility part of it. You know what I mean? Now, it's one thing for a kid or somebody pretty young that just hasn't really developed maturity yet. They might not know. But a mature person, adult, so to speak, if they don't want to drop their money on it, they don't have to. You know what I mean? It's not like Lego's put a gun to your head. But it's just so tempting. Like the first time they did it, I can't remember what the first one was. I dropped as many as I could, whatever, seven times or whatever. Yeah, because I wanted it, man. But then I was like, after I spent the points, I was like, I felt like I was at a casino, dude. I just wasted money, man.
Well, that's the
I was
thing,
like, oh my god.
I consider it to be straight up and down gambling because it is. It's sort of like you're taking a punt on it, which I think some of the European countries, they're really cracking down on a lot of this sort of stuff. So
and I know there's the loophole. I get it, but it's still. I mean, that's really close to gambling, dude. I mean, come on, man.
Well, that's the whole thing at the moment, isn't it? EA are still in court, aren't they? They're still in court about all these microtransactions and all that kind of stuff, thanks to Star Wars Battlefront. And they're still in illegal battles, especially definitely in Europe. I can't speak for the States, but I know they've been in the European High Court here, telling them that you've got to stop this.
And I think it might be slightly different if you weren't getting the points by spending money. Like if there was some other way you got the points, like I think
money. I think the biggest problem is that obviously you're sinking a lot of money into this kind of stuff, and you're not guaranteed to get anything kind of good. It's not like you got a selection of guns there, and you pay like 20 quid, and you know you're going to get those. I'm talking about for a game, not in real life, but for that, you're just getting a slot machine rotor, and it's like, bang, there you go, you got a camouflage. Well, I've just paid 20 quid for camouflage, and it's useless. So, yeah.
But it really does go back to a much deeper, almost philosophy type discussion to where, again, going back to the personal responsibility thing, because, like, for instance, not just the VIP points, but like gift with purchases. Now, Lego knows, not everybody, but most people, man, they know if they throw out them gift with purchases, people will spend the extra. I was at the Lego store yesterday, and they had like $70, and the guy was like, well, if you spend $15 more, you'll get this gift with purchase. So they know most people. Some people will literally just buy stuff just to get the gift with purchases.
Yeah.
But again, so it's a real weird balance because, we're only human. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times, a lot of companies or corporations, they prey on some of our weaknesses about stuff like that.
We're all fools to the game.
That's an interesting point. Is that Lego is, you can primarily see it as a kid's toy and what have you. So it's directed at kids, but you're introducing these elements of gambling and this and that. And then, you can argue, the parents are doing it for their VIP or whatever else. But at the end of the day, it's still, if a kid wants that little sweepstakes minifigure or whatever, they've got, Barclays of winning it.
Yeah, but I mean, going back to that though, Matt, I think it's not only adults, because you got to think it's like little, like if my daughter went in there, say she was like 10 years old, she's got like 50 quid in her hand. They're going to go, oh, have you got a VIP account? She's going to go online and go, blah, 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 there's all my details. So, because obviously, like you said, it is Lego is very much centered at kids. And, you've got a 10-year-old person, effectively is throwing money at something that, that you may or may not ever get. So,
kids in particular, they don't have, depending upon the ages, the cognitive abilities to be able to assess, this sort of thing and go, well, actually, the chances of me winning are so remote, but I'm giving up all this. But yeah, anyhow, so
yeah, I have some issues with the VIP point system, but the one thing, I've got one good experience from it, and that's this mistake they made where they didn't give me my VIP points for a $200 purchase, and it was a double VIP weekend. So it was as if I was getting the VIP points for a $400 set. So I was chatting with customer service, and they said, okay, I see that you don't have them. I'll manually put them in. And the next day, it was as if I had made an $800 purchase because they put the amount in manually, and then after that, I got the points from my original transaction. So that was pretty nice.
It worked in your favor.
Wow.
Sarah, do you have an opinion or a take on it?
No, nothing that's not already been said.
Okay.
I pretty much agree with you guys.
Yeah, it's one of the topics which you get onto a bit of a rant about. But anyhow, so 4th of July at least we'll start off with the American friends. Did you guys, what did you do today? Anything special?
I did projects around the house, work. That's what I did. But I did manage to do one little project for myself. I cut my shelves and I got one of them hung. So I was finally able to put that guy on something. So
nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. So I think I'll put the Batmobile right here in front. So that way, like my wife suggested to put it in the front of this. So that way, way back there where the Batmobile is, with that gone, I can keep the creator cars going in that direction.
I get that obviously the Batmobiles obviously is a big set, but obviously the Lamborghini is obviously a much bigger set. But how much more bigger is that Lambo in comparison to that Batmobile? So I get that obviously.
It's like the length. Just not.
I
by
imagine
much.
the length is. I imagine the length is going to be about the same, but I imagine that
it's
Lambo.
maybe I think it's close to an inch longer than the Batmobile. But it feels like you can almost literally fit 2 Batmobiles inside the Lamborghini, like side by side, man. I mean, it's a wide vehicle, but it's definitely, because I think with the exception of height, it's definitely bigger than Assembly Square. I think it's the biggest set I've got.
Yeah, that is a big looking set.
Yeah,
I can't wait to build that. I can't wait.
I can't wait to watch you build it.
Yes, please live stream that one.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Jay.
You need to get that Batmobile, Darren. Can't believe you.
yeah, at the moment, getting hold of Lamborghini is a lot easier than getting hold of the Batmobile at the moment.
The Batmobile was a fun build.
Yeah,
Square.
I really want the Batmobile, but at the same time, I really want the Lamborghini. And you know me, I'm a big car nut, so it's kind of like at the moment,
man,
I'm
that
swaying towards that.
Right up your alley.
Yeah, so at the moment I'm sitting on the fence. So obviously both of them are out of stock on Lego.com, but only one of them is available in Smith Toys. So, and that's the Lamborghini. So, yeah, I'm kind of torn at the moment. I'm really torn, but.
Hey, Solo, I'm going to ask you something. What do you think the odds are that it's going to be the Imperial shuttle for that UCS set, man?
I reckon it's going to be pretty high. I'm kind of hopeful. It's been 10 years, so yeah.
I'm really hoping it is, dude.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is because same as a lot of us Star Wars fans here, we all missed out on the last one. So if it's $300 or £250, yeah. I think that'd be a good buy. And if Ryan, I mean, obviously M&R Productions, obviously he is a massive fan of that set. So it can only
the
be
one that got
better.
me paying a lot of attention to it.
Yeah,
because I've always liked the ship, but once I saw his videos on it and stuff, and then I started looking at it, and I was like, yeah, man, that's a really nice looking ship, dude.
See, I'm not. To be honest, with you probably a bit like. Oh my God, what the hell are you saying? But I'm not the biggest lover of the Imperial shuttle. I'm more into the fighters and the cruisers and all that kind of stuff. But being that I've got the 2 shuttles out there, well, I've actually got 5, but the 2 Imperial ones anyway. I think that'll look really good next to having the 2 Krennic shuttle one side, shuttle Tiberian, and then having that in the middle. Yeah, I think that will be just
right. Because that does have the same type of wings as the Krennic shuttle and Kylo Ren's shuttle.
Yeah, I love the shuttles. I'm a massive fan of the shuttle. Kylo Ren shuttle is nice. Krennic shuttle, I just think is a work of art. The angles of it.
I was so glad I got that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so glad I got that.
Good figures as well.
Yeah. I think that's the first one I got. The Shadow Troopers. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, it's the first one with the Shadow Troopers.
Or the Death
Troopers. Death Troopers, not Shadow Troopers, a different class.
Right.
Shadow Troopers came in the Imperial, the 20th anniversary dropship.
From Battlefront, right?
Yeah.
No, actually, their first appearance was in Legends comic book. I think it was the Dark Empire. Yeah, they were the first appearance, but then they ended up in Battlefront. Yeah, they were cool-looking troopers. I really hope they bring those guys back. I really do.
Yeah,
but I think the Death Troopers, if I remember rightly, Rogue Runner's in the chat. He might quote me, but I think the Death Troopers were actually in Legends. They were zombies. They were actually zombies.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, which I think is a bit of a shame that we're not actually going to get real zombie stormtroopers. I want zombie stormtroopers. That was weird. That was a really freaky comic book. I tell you, that is really weird.
I never did get a chance to read it either. I remember when it came out.
Yeah, that is a good one though.
Rogue Runner makes an interesting point. It's sort of like, would you prefer Imperial Shuttle UCS or more original UCS rather than remakes?
I'm kind of hoping this year will be the last tail end of remakes. So if it's another Imperial Shuttle, and it's going to be a remake, I'm down for. Just as long as next year we get, and going on there is going to be a different sets. that's my kind of 2 cents on it, because obviously we know 110% we're getting a Republic gunship. That's for sure. And for as long as they keep going down that kind of stance, yeah, count me in. Yeah, that's my kind of 2 cents on it. The fleet is complete in regards to the rebellion. I think the only thing they could remake is maybe the TIE, not the TIE fighter, the TIE interceptor. I think that's about the only one they can remake, maybe. But have they made a TIE UCS TIE bomber? But that we're definitely not going to get, because obviously
but
that I think for anyone who wanted to complete the fleet in regards to the Imperial side is now just being kicked in the face, because, well, they've done that poll, and Lego seems to, every time they seem to do that poll, they seem to only make one of them and never go back to it again. So, yeah, I think anyone out there wants to use this TIE bomber, you ain't going to get that anymore.
See, for me, that whole vote thing, even though I was voting for, the Nebula, was that what it was?
Yeah, the Nebula being frigate, yes.
I was voting for that, but that's only because I just wanted to see it get built. But if the gunship got built, I was going to be perfectly happy with that. And even if the TIE fighter got built, like, I got this TIE fighter collection going on, man. So I was like, well, it just look good.
You're the TIE man, you are, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
To be fair, I would have loved to see that the Nebula being frigate actually be made. That would have been amazing, but I would be kind of scared to, like, how much would Lego charge you to have that? I mean, that will be massive.
Yeah.
Absolutely ginormous.
I feel like it'd be fragile too.
Yeah, well, I would imagine it'd be very heavily technically built. Yeah, a bit. Yeah, I'll be a bit scared to move it around, but I'll imagine it'll have a very strong technic spine going to it. But yeah, but I'm at the same time, I am a Clone Wars fan, and so I'm really glad that we're getting a gunship. So
definitely, it's gonna look so good.
It's gonna be amazing. That will be.
I'd like to throw it out there, folks, but I'd like to see a UCS U-wing.
Yeah, I would like. I mean, the thing is, though, that I think in regards to Star Wars, is just like there's so many UCS sets that they haven't made yet, and still yet, don't you dare be an emergency call. Sorry.
I know exactly how you feel.
My phone just went off. Oh no, it's just telling me it's sunny outside. That's all right. It's really not.
Well, on all accounts.
Yeah, God, because my warning tone is the same as Google's tone, and I don't know how to change it over yet because I'm not an Android person, so I don't know how it works. So yeah, it scares the living bejeebers whenever time that comes out.
So now that we've, at least in the UK, we're starting to come out of lockdown, what are the things that we're most looking forward to be able to do again, apart from get a haircut?
Oh, I did mine. I went to the Lego store yesterday.
Yeah, I've been to the Lego store.
That's all I've thought about, dude.
I'm looking forward to getting a haircut. I've got to wait an entire month to get my haircut. A whole month. I tell you what, I phoned her up. I phoned up my hairdresser. Is that right? When can I get my haircut? She says, about August. What? It's like, God, I don't want to
calm down.
So, oh mate, I'm this close to getting my missus just to go to do what Matt done. Yeah, off it comes. But
that's what I would do.
Your kids to do it. Matt's kids just walked off board halfway through it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you would like a picture or something.
I don't know whether I don't think I suit as a skinhead. So I'm just gonna have to wait. I'm just gonna have to put it in a ponytail. I think. It is that long to have a ponytail at the back now, so or I could just keep going on and have it like Coconut Brick Studios and actually just grow it out and have lovely luscious locks. That won't suit me at all because my hair goes outwards.
I think that's more of a young man style, Darren.
Yeah, I'm past that, so yeah, I'm gonna get it.
And Coconut just has really nice hair too. So.
He does. He can definitely pull it off. So yeah, no, I can't wait to get it cut. That is my main thing. Just can't wait, but I've got to wait a month.
It gets annoying, man.
Oh yeah, it's getting really annoying. Yeah, but lucky enough, I've got my headphones over, so it's kind of holding it back. It's my hair, man.
You know what? Honestly, though, the normalcy thing that I kind of can't wait for is just not seeing everybody wearing masks. It's really weird, man. Like it's just everybody. It's just like a movie, man.
Yeah. But
for me, lockdown hasn't happened. Life has been completely normal for me in the sense that I've gone into London 4 days a week. Nothing's changed other than less people are around. And
oh, mate, my company is so heavy on it. Yeah, I can't walk into any kind of store without having a mask on, gloves on. I mean, my company sends, so because I get everything delivered here, I don't go to any depots, everything comes here. And we have each person has had £280 worth of PPE just for coronavirus on its own per engineer.
So
it's mad.
I'm
Absolutely
curious,
mad.
actually, now that we're talking about that, I'm curious about something over there, if it's kind of similar to over here. So how are they doing with like rent and stuff like that? So over here, you can't evict anybody right now. And I don't know about other states, but the state that I'm in, once all the restrictions are lifted and everything's back to, normal, you have 3 months until you can start eviction processes. And then it's probably going to take even longer now because the courts are going to be so backed up and flooded. But what's going on over there with stuff like that?
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. They initially, when we first went into lockdown, they said basically the same thing. 3 months, you can't evict anyone. They then recently extended that. And then when they get to opening the courts back up, there's going to be such a backlog. Like pre-corona, if you needed to evict somebody, it would take, in London at least, and it's different everywhere, it would take about 28 weeks. So usually you're 28 weeks, you're waiting at least half a year. And in that time, the tenant is usually then also not paying rent. So that 28 weeks is probably going to, plus 6 months, you're talking about a year now.
Yeah, we give you 30 days. You pay or get out. I swear, America is crazy, dude. But here's the thing, man, that I've been kind of torn on. Because I don't know how you're going to get around some of this. Because a lot of people aren't going to have all this rent all at once, even after a certain amount of time. It's going to take a long time, I'm sure, to catch up, But at the same time, I understand businesses or people that own homes are running out. Like, they also have to pay as well. And then the property taxes that we pay, I mean, they go to, really important things as well. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm very curious how this is all going to work out. And I'm in the apartment industry, so that's another reason why I'm very curious about it. But
yeah, I'm much the same. We deal with it a lot as well, and it's the other thing which they initially did too was here they sort of said, okay, if you have a mortgage, you can take what they called a mortgage holiday, which really wasn't a holiday; it was sort of like deferring it. And they said, okay, if you do that, it won't impact upon your credit file. So you had a million people did this in the first 9 days. Like it was massive. It was so big. All the banks had to take basically all their staff and divert them across to dealing with these mortgage holidays. But the thing that they didn't say was, it won't impact your credit file, but when you get assessed for banks and interest and loans and things like that, they look at your whole thing as a credit risk. So it's sort of like, okay, it doesn't affect your credit file, but it will pop up in your credit risk. So that's
that fine print.
Yeah. So, and that's where a lot of people are going to get caught out in the next 12 to 24 months because they'll go to try to refinance, or, you come to the end of your honeymoon period. They'll try to go, okay, well, now we need to refinance onto something else. And the banks are going to say, well, no, you took a mortgage holiday. We're not going to do that. Actually, your interest rate's going up. And it's like, it's going to be this really weird spot to be in.
I agree.
I think the biggest thing I found, because my brother, he's gone for a bit of a hard time over the last couple of days, over the last couple of months, should I say, not last couple of days. And I said to him, like, so I said to him, like, I'll tell you what, I'll try and sort out your phone contracts. He's got a really expensive phone contract. And I said, all right, fine, we'll sort out your phone contracts. So I phoned up his mobile phone provider. And I said, no, don't worry about it. We'll keep you connected. We'll do this, do that. I was like, right, brilliant. So I told him what to do. So he phoned up the automated thing, like they said, what he had to do. And they said, okay, right. So you can't afford your bill payments. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay. And they cut him off straight away. No hesitation. Yeah, they just cut him off. I was like, so I phoned him like screaming and shouting. And they just said, well, if you can't pay your bill, Yeah, I was like, hang on a second. You said that you're going to keep people connected. He hasn't got a job. He's being made redundant. He hasn't got a job. He's got no money. It's like, what are you going to do about it? It's like, come on, you got to give him a break. But it's not by choice. And they said, well, you can't pay. Tough. Cheers.
I know, man. It's rough, dude. And there's a lot of people. Because I'm fortunate, man, and my wife too. Like, we haven't stopped working. If anything, my job has stayed the same, but my wife, her hours like went up. I mean, she gets paid salary, so it doesn't even matter unless she gets overtime. But her hours have increased because she actually works at a hospital. But yeah, man, there's a lot of people out there that got it really rough, and I feel so bad for them. Not to change the subject, but I see Sean Lego Channel asked me if I've seen the 1989 Batman. Man, have I seen it? Have I seen it? Dude, I saw that in the movie theater, man. That's how old I am.
That reminds me of a phrase about bears in forest.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to say that on that stream, though.
I seriously want to be honest, that they want to give me
Sorry, you're talking about the crocodile locomotive again.
Yeah, that's it.
But yes, the short answer, yes, I've seen it, Sean.
I saw that train. I thought it was okay. I just thought it's just brown, isn't it? That's the thing.
Just while we're going on the sort of subject, what is, being 4th of July, what is everyone's favorite, I guess, American-based set, whether it's like an architecture set, whether it's Empire State Building, what do we think?
Houses of Parliament.
I have to.
Did they buy that? I'm pretty sure they tried that with London Bridge and didn't quite work out too well for them.
It felt quite miserably for them, didn't it? Yeah, you can have it. Yeah, take it.
Yeah,
Don't tell us Tower Bridge.
I would have to say the Batmobile, if that counts. I know it's fictional, but it was based off a fictional American city. I don't know if that counts or not. If not, I'll pick the Lambo. Everything else I love is from other countries.
That's Italian, Hive.
Dude, but dang it, man. See, all the cars that I've got are from other countries, Then, of course, I love Hedwig, but guess what? That's not American. I guess Star Wars, but that's on outer space. That doesn't count.
I'll tell you what,
flag on that planet.
I'll tell you what, Hive, just say that the Hedwig came from America. It was imported over.
I guess Avengers Tower, but that's fictional too.
New York City, though.
I like the last iteration of the Statue of Liberty, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That one's really nice, yeah.
Like that's what, $120. I think that's a really nice set.
It goes on sale sometimes too for pretty good price. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any architecture sets, but Mike was showing me that a while ago, and we were like, actually, that looks kind of cool. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
and
that's
you could put it in your city too. Like you could have it, in your city, and it look nice as well.
Yeah, I'd probably make a good centerpiece.
Exactly.
I think for me, probably the best thing I bought out of the States has got to be the Saturn V rocket. That is just amazing. I love that thing. I absolutely love that.
The Apollo, that would be a good one too, man. I really love
the
that,
Apollo,
set.
Yeah, or you got the ISS space station, but I think that the Saturn V rocket is just that's leaps and bounds for me.
Well, and plus the space station is an international.
Yeah, the Russians had something to do with that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Or
Saturn
V Road Runner. You got Steamboat Willie as well.
What's a good monument or American one that they haven't yet done that you'd like to see? Maybe like a Mount Rushmore or something.
I was about to say that actually. I was thinking that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's the first one that popped in my head.
The hexagon. What's it called? That.
Oh, the Pentagon.
Pentagon. That's the one.
One side less.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done the Pentagon actually.
That's the cheap version, Matt.
I don't know whether Lego would ever make that because obviously that's kind of like the base for like American military kind of, obviously it's to do a war and all that kind of stuff. And obviously Lego like to stay away from that kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, they've done the White House.
If it makes money, they won't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
They might struggle with that one, because you know how when they do these sets, they then do a lot of the background and take photos in and around it. I couldn't really see them doing that in the Pentagon. It's sort of like, yeah, there's like 3 pages in our instruction manual that just have classified written all over it.
You know, it'd be a pretty interesting set to make, and I don't know the best way to do it, you know, because you couldn't obviously do it minifigure scale unless you shrunk it like they do with some sets. But like Central Park would be a pretty cool one to do, just as far as landmarks go. There's some I've always, and I've never even been. I've been in New York City, but I've never been in Central Park. But from seeing it in movies and everything, I absolutely love it, man. Something about Central Park that's amazing.
Oh, we went there a couple of years ago, and it's got, like, with little kids, it's got like 21 playgrounds in it. And when
really?
you've got little kids, yeah, you just go from playgrounds to sand pits. That's the only thing they ever care about. So
I love to see. I mean, you disagree with it if you like, but I like to see them like do sceneries as well, because obviously there's a lot of like visually stunning areas out there, like something like the Grand Canyon, and you know, kind of like architecture kind of style. Like Grand Canyon, you've also got Niagara Falls as well. You know, those water bricks that they could use. You know, I was
going to say that. I was going to say Niagara Falls, and I was like, I mean, it's kind of Canadian though, but Niagara Falls would be really cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, that would be weird and big and crazy.
There's a lot of good landmarks
you could do. You could have like the Canadians get the horseshoe shape, and they only get those, and the Americans only.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of cool landmarks to do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think look good. The couple of things. One, there's that mountain with the president's heads on them.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, yeah.
I like that. And maybe a buildable figure, a bit like the Statue of Liberty, but in the form of George Washington sitting on that big chair.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That's Abraham Lincoln.
That's Abraham Lincoln. But,
Abraham Lincoln. Sorry, yeah, it's Abraham Lincoln.
But that would be a really, really good one.
That would be a nice one. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like scenery ones. I think I could do that in a nice little architecture kind of way, you know, because I mean, you got like the Thames, you know, Thames estuary going around, you know, some really iconic kind of things.
I'm from London.
The Globe Theatre.
No, but you know what I mean, those kind of things. I think
yeah, I know what you mean. Good idea. It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe they could do a mosaic out of that.
Yeah.
In Leicester Square, they've got a fantastic mural of London, haven't they, Matt?
Yeah, my wife sort of said to me, it's sort of like, you should do something like that for the kids' bedroom. And it's sort of like, so you're giving me permission for that budget? Okay. It's sort of like, right, how many 48 by 48 base plates do we need?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Because I suppose, as Hive would know quite well, and obviously Lego cities are very horizontal and take up a lot of space, whereas at least if you've got a vertical.
Indeed.
So, yeah, what else we got there?
Hey, there's Sai. What's up, Sai?
Hey, Sai O'Connor.
Hey, Sai. Good to see you, mate.
I think he's has he made like 4 videos for today yet?
Last night, straight after the stream.
Yeah. It's something that I don't know why, but it's still up at like 1:30, and then this thing pops up in my feed. Oh, Sai's done a video. It's like, okay, already.
I love that. Well, the nice thing is we're gonna kind of repeat that whole one again the week after the 72-hour live stream, which would be nice. It'll be like a post 72-hour. The after the ordeal one. I think it was going to be good fun, actually. I'm looking forward to that week. It's going to be weird. What's going to be nice. It's a bit like doing tonight. It's just nice to sort of stream at quite a different sort of time of day. I'm digging it. Plus, in case of anyone wondered, I've built my set. It's fantastic.
Oh,
I completed a set, folks. Look at this. Look about this for a hammerhead shark. Look at that.
Nice.
That is so cool.
And I'm a West Ham fan as well. Up the Hammers. So yeah, there's that. But my favourite thing, this kind of reminds me of some sort of old Jaws film or something like that. You get this. Look at that.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I think we need a bigger submarine.
But that hammerhead, is that I don't think I've seen that before. Is that the first time they've done that mold?
Yeah, it's a new mold.
It's an exclusive. Look at that, an exclusive for an £8.90 set, I think it is. But
what's the new mold?
The hammerhead.
The hammerhead.
Oh, the hammerhead.
A hammerhead.
Because I was like, have we had a hammerhead before?
I don't know. It looks kind of funny when you take his head off. It comes in two parts. Look at
I thought that hidden side.
that. No teeth.
Doing a good impersonation there.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the
Come on,
the shark with the saw on its nose or whatever it's called.
Yeah, because the thing with that set that Greg's got is that's a new subline of National Geographic stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I got it, Matt. That's what made me think I could sociably buy this set. It was sociably acceptable.
Because I think that feeds into that sort of thing where, because it's National Geographic, then they'll be able to put it into all the National Geographic shops, which might not necessarily have Lego sets in them.
Ah, see. And National Geographic, the TV channel, is owned by who, Matt?
Is that Disney?
Shit.
Oh, what's that noise I can hear? Ka-ching!
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. The mouse with the money.
It's really crazy to think when you really think about it. So all of us here obviously bought Star Wars sets and maybe some sort of Disney set. You look how many YouTubers are out there talking about this, that, and the other, and you think, my God, Disney are raking it in. And you know, and either way, these YouTubers are getting paid by Disney to talk about. My God, how amazing! I mean, it's amazing to think that like 10 years ago, that they were on the line of like almost going bust, and now they are absolutely incredible. Yeah, it really is.
I don't know why
head of Disney didn't Greg? I thought did you read his book? Or was it somebody else? The head of Disney,
Bob Iger's book.
Bob Iger, that's what it's
no, I haven't read his book. No, I've not. But I know a bit about what he did and stuff like that back in the day, and Disney's and stuff like that. But yeah, there's that company is. There's very few companies that I think could take on the likes of Amazon and Apple, and Disney have got to be up there in the top 5, maybe with Microsoft as well. And
well, I think a lot of, especially Star Wars fans, because I did get the book after hearing about it. I think Star Wars Theory was talking about it and like how they treated George Lucas after the sale, and yeah, it was quite naughty what he'd done. But I suppose at the end of the day, it's business at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, they're strategic, man. I mean, think about it. They bought Pixar, then they bought Marvel, you know, or the MCU, you know. Then they bought Star Wars or Lucasfilm. Then they bought Fox, you know, and on top of that, they already own Hulu. I think CBS. I'm not sure which one of those it is. I think it's CBS, maybe NBC, or I can't remember which one. But and then whatever else they've got their hands in, man. I mean, they're definitely becoming a monopoly.
Because some of the YouTubers I watch, because obviously I'm a Trekkie fan as well as a Star Wars fan. Obviously, Star Wars comes first. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Star Trek has done really, really badly over the last couple of years. Yeah, obviously they pumped out. No, they've lost. I
thought Picard was good. And
that Picard's, despite it's underneath the Star Trek banner, it's not part of the Star Trek universe because it's not owned by who owns Paramount. So
they got bought.
They got bought. Yeah, they bought it out. But the Star Trek one, so the last 3 films have lost, especially Star Trek Beyond, actually lost more money than what the film was actually made, which I think is a really big shame because I think Star Trek Beyond was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I like those as well.
Yeah,
I don't like the what's the universe? It begins with K.
The Kelvin line.
The Kelvin universe is stupidly too big.
But that's Star Trek Beyond and Star Trek Into Darkness. So that's all part of the Kelvin timeline.
The timeline is better. But yeah, come on. But have you watched Discovery? Have you been?
I watched them all. Apart from Mike, I cannot stand her. This Miss Perfect kind of. That's the problem. They made her too goddamn perfect. I can see what they're trying to do, trying to make her like this female Spock, but not being a Vulcan. I could see what they're trying to do, but it just, oh my god, I hated her.
Yeah,
but the show itself, I think the visual effects were brilliant. I think for what it was brilliant. But in regards going back to the money side of things with Star Trek, of all people that were out going to get it is Seth MacFarlane, because they're out. The franchise is up for sale. The Star Trek franchise is up for sale, and Seth MacFarlane has put his name forward to buy the franchise. Yeah, there's Discovery itself. That's awesome.
I'd like to see what Seth MacFarlane would do with it, man.
He's a massive Star Trek fan, absolutely massive,
and that's good. I mean, because think about it. If you're gonna have somebody buy it and do something with it, think if you want somebody that loves it. You know what I mean? They're not gonna try and make it bad, so to speak.
Nah,
hold that thought for a second, just because I think we may have some more finished Lego here. So I think Sarah might have something finished off.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice I was on the camera, so I just looked up and I was like, yeah, how cute is my little lady Liberty here?
Yeah, that's a cool
very
little
cute.
set.
She's really cute, and I don't know why, but they have like a lipstick. Oh, I pulled it off though. Hey, where'd her lipstick go? There's like a lipstick inside of here.
Really?
Yeah, look. It's a lipstick
That's
piece.
different.
I have no idea why. And then the fact that you cover up the lipstick makes me wonder, why is that even there anyways?
Well, if you didn't have it, would it still be able to peg in?
I guess probably not. But I don't know. They could have used like a one of those little sticks.
One of the lightsaber ones, but it might be too... Lightsaber one might be too long, but yeah.
Definitely a cool brickhead, though.
She's really
I like it. I think it looks really good. I like this how they've done the headpiece. I think that looks really clever, Sarah.
Yeah, I know, and I'm
awesome.
I'm really picky about brickheads because I only have a very small handful. So
you're not as picky as me, Sarah.
What?
You're not as picky as me. I've only got 2.
Oh no, I'm not that picky. I think I have like 5 or less, so that's still pretty picky.
Sarah, can I ask you a question? Did they have, or did she rather, did Lady Liberty have the pink 2x2 brick for the brain?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
she
brilliant.
did have a brain. Do they all have brains?
They all have brains. They all have these pink 2x2 pieces that.
I thought that was just random filler bricks.
No,
you know,
they've all got, I've got about 35 of them back there, and they all have
a brain. That's so weird. I didn't even know or think about when I was building, and I was just like, "All right, it's pink. That's random."
I'm going to ask. So this Cy O'Connor and Solo. This is kind of aimed towards. There was one good thing. That came out of the last series of Star Trek Discovery. I mean, I thought Star Trek Discovery was okay. Was this Cy O'Connor? What do you think of that? That is the remake of the '60s version, right? Discovery style. Of
nearly remake. They changed a few bits and bobs on it.
Yeah, but it is basically it's a revisualization of the '60s version of it. And I think it looks blooming excellent.
I think it looks really good. I know a lot of people get kind of fed up with all the angles and all that kind of stuff, but it's like I think a lot of people forget is that Netflix don't own the rights to the ships, so they have to change certain things. And I agree with you, Greg. I really like it.
It has to be 20% different. By law, for IP law, it has to be 20% different.
Yeah,
and they made it different. It's the one thing I don't like about it. If I had to be funny about it, is the nacelles. They put this slot in the nacelles that shouldn't be there.
But I think that's all to do with the changes, though, isn't it? Just so it doesn't, to try and get round that kind of area.
You know what? A lot of people don't. I say a lot of people. It's like it's a big thing, but it's not really. A lot of people don't know this, but this is actually my favorite ship of all time. As much as I love Star Wars, and all that, the Starship Enterprise is my favorite spaceship. It really is.
I think it's probably I think it's almost, or if not more iconic than anything else out there, even against Star Wars. You know, everyone's heard of a Star Destroyer, but when you go like Enterprise, have you watched Star Trek? Oh, yeah, it's that one with Enterprise, and it's like, well, there you go then.
Yeah. It's just, the thing is, right, the way the design of the ship, right, you imagine, right, someone comes along and says, Oh yeah, I need to. Oh yeah, I've got to come up with a spaceship. What can I do? They go, okay. This is someone with a '60s brain on their shoulders. They say, okay, we need something that looks like a flying saucer. So they say, okay, well let's put in a flying saucer section. And then they say, oh yeah, but it needs to look a bit like a ship of some sort. And I say, okay, well then what we do is we take out the sails and we put in the hull of the ship. I said, yeah, but it's got to have rockets on it. And I said, well, okay, well, let's stick 2 rockets on it. And there we go. That is the Starship Enterprise, folks.
Yeah, but there's actual rules. There's actual. I can't remember the creator of Star Trek who actually done it. There are actual rules of how the ships are supposed to be designed. He actually came up with very good rules, like how the warp nacelles on the back has to be. They got to be certain ways around. But unfortunately, as soon as he died, like everyone just went mad with it. They just kind of took it to their own.
There's some lovely ones out there. I've got.
And unfortunately, I think Star Trek Discovery came out with some of the worst looking ships, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, they come out with some stinkers. I mean,
yeah.
Discovery does not look nothing like the Enterprise.
No, it doesn't even look like it even belongs in the Star Trek universe. It's that far. Like most of the ships in there doesn't really look like they belong in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah, I like the first one with the it begins with S. What was it? The first ship that
Shizo or Shinzo. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, the Shinzo. That ship, brilliant. I thought, wow. And then all of a sudden, everything's squared off.
Yeah.
I got a good one. You know,
yeah, I don't know. I picked this up because I have this pile of like stuff back here that I need to sort, and I just picked this up, and this just popped right off. I think it's like a dragon. It's from Elves, so there's like a head and some other stuff.
That's like a horse. That's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird, but I have to find the rest of the pieces, and I have to kind of fix it. So.
Is this like a bulk lot of Lego you somehow picked up somewhere, or?
Yeah, it's a big pile of stuff I got a couple months ago, and I still just haven't sorted it out yet. So there's just, I don't know. I've been trying to clean up around here and like pick up all the Lego that's all over the whole apartment and actually try to like clean it all and put it away. So it's just a mess. Big mess.
So I guess something for lockdown. What's for everyone here? What's been the best part of lockdown or being in the house?
No traffic. I've been able to get back and forth to work in half the time.
Amen to that, my friend. Amen to that.
And I know that's a real first world problem, man. But I mean, if you ask me what the best thing about it is, that's for me. That's what it was.
Well, I've noticed in the last month, like I use there's an app, Waze, which probably most people have heard of, and I always check the school route just first thing in the morning because there's about 4 or 5 different ways to go, and if one gets blocked. So the kids have been back at school for the last month. So usually, like a month ago when you did, it'd be like, there's 1,000 ways around you, like other users, and then about 2 weeks ago, it's sort of like there's 4,000. And then last week it started off, it's like there's 15,000. And then by the end of the week, it's like 26,000. And usually pre-lockdown, you're looking at about 36,000. So it's sort of like, most of the traffic seems to be starting to come back. Like there's a lot more of it now. Are you guys finding that as well?
Yeah, 100%, Matt. Yeah, so, people on the train as well. There's people on the trains. There's a lot more people on the trains now. London Bridge, is quite busy. It's not super busy, but it's quite busy. Everyone's wearing masks. Everyone's being given hand sanitizer and stuff like that, which is good to see. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot more people certainly in London than before. All the shops are opening up. Certainly, I guess there was a lot of people in last week that were preparing for next week. It's. But a lot of the shops, like say Pret a Manger, they're still there. Lego, for example, the Lego store has got the big plastic sheets up now when you go in, when you're paying for your Lego and stuff like that. And that's what shops. That's really the main thing that's changed in shops, to be honest, is that. And every shop generally has hand sanitizer when you go in there, and you form some sort of queuing system as well.
Yeah, and so I said. Lockdown gave me a chance to start my channel, and I mean, how much for everyone here? It might be a loaded question, but how much do you think having Lego and having this as a hobby has helped sort of you mentally just get through this?
immensely.
Yeah, me not particularly, because I've had nothing to build until I just bought Hogwarts and then took apart the detective's office and Parisian restaurant. So, I mean, I guess it's the YouTubing that's helped, like making videos. It's just given me something to do.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, it completely has to me. This was a weird thing for me, Matt. Was when lockdown started, I was just coming out of having had a hip operation. So I had 4 weeks in isolation before anyone started their isolation. And basically, when I could walk again, work said, "We need you in the office." I said, "All right, I'll come in then." So for me, that's why for me it's been a funny thing. It hasn't really happened, but like literally, I have streamed more than I've ever streamed before. And literally, the day I had my hip operation, I got home, I got into bed, kind of situated the pillows in a particular fashion, and then I kind of turned YouTube on. And I was watching Doc Stanston and Hive streaming together at some unearthly hour of the morning. And then I thought to myself, I think I'm going to do some more streaming than normal. And that's how London Calling became to be. And that's how we started doing more theme streams and stuff like that. And then Sarah, I was watching loads of her doing streaming, and Solo was streaming loads every day, wasn't it, Darren?
Every day. Yeah, every day. Because I had nothing to do.
I miss it now. I miss it because everyone's kind of, they're either back into the groove of going to work, or they're kind of looking ahead a week or so from now from going back to work. But I'm almost going to miss it. It was a unique time, a unique opportunity to do something different, and I certainly did that, and I think a lot of people in the Lego community did as well.
Yeah. And it looks like Solo.
There you go. She's done. To answer your question, it's about £18, €20, because I think you live in Ireland, so I think it's about €20. It's really cool, actually. But I'm
stickers missing.
Yeah, I haven't applied the stickers because I'm going to take this off. I'm going to turn it into an actual van, so I'm going to panel all these off.
Yeah, there you go. Solo.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I somehow got to try and make this into a sliding door somehow, because obviously I've got sliding doors and have the doors open out the back there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool, and I like how they've kind of like sealed it all off at the back here, but it does open up somehow. There you go.
It opens up. It's hinged.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I like the fact you got the poop as an ice cream as well.
Yeah. It's a cool little set. It is a cool little set. I think it's a bit of a show. I think they could have moved some of the bits around so the driver could walk from the back to the front instead of like kind of getting out and walking around there. But no, it's pretty cool. It is cool. And for £18,
I think it's a good set.
It is a good set.
This is what it looks like, folks, with stickers on, in case anyone wonders. There we go. You got this nice little movement here, because I want to get the pizza van now, because I think Brick in It bought that recently. And
I've got the pizza. I've got the pizza van over there. I think he said that. I think they said it's like renowned as one of the best.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, because this I love how. Of course, I can't get it open right now, but I love how it opens up on the side, man. Oh yeah, and they got the guy still in there too.
I'd like to see a coffee van. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Is it a coffee van?
Yeah, man.
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
I think that's nice. I like the colours that they've used in that, the brown and the yellow. Yeah. I think that goes really well.
Yeah, that was one of my first sets when I started getting back into Lego in 2020.
Really?
Yeah, when I moved to the Netherlands and I started buying Lego again, it was the pizza van and the People in the Park People Pack. It was those two sets that were kind of my first two back in.
Honestly, Solo, you need to do, because I think Solo, I think you've got a really good logo, but I would put a Lego van on it as opposed to a transit van that you put on it.
Well, like I said, that's what I say to a lot of people. It's like, it is a work in progress. I just kind of put it up there because it's what I got done. With my time scale, it could take me another 5 years before I can actually get it finished, but it's my start. And obviously, I'm going to keep improving on it. But I think once I get this done, if I can get this right, I'll probably switch the logo over to that.
Yeah. Switch it all over.
When you get the Lego one as you want it, send me a picture of it, and we'll try to work something out.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, brilliant. Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute to get it done. But, yeah,
well,
obviously I got to
when
get
you got a
that.
value on it, so yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm a bit the same. I think I had a when I first set up the channel, my little thumbnail was just a 2x2 brick, which I flogged off the internet, and I think it took me about 70 videos before I changed it. So yeah, I probably should deal with that now.
Yeah, mate. My channel art was pretty appalling. It was just literally I just got a load of figures together, took a picture of them, and was like, yeah, that'll do. Go on, and out it goes. And it stuck with that for years. But I thought I better put a bit more effort into it. I thought I better do. And being that I'm doing more vlogs in my van and building some stuff in my van as well, I thought, wow, yeah, sod it, let's go for it. No excuses, you can build Lego anywhere.
Yeah.
Even if people start knocking on your windows asking what the hell you're doing, it's like, oh wait, leave me alone.
So, okay, so we've got now the second floor. You want to talk us through what's been some of your favorite parts of the build?
Yeah, I mean, I love the use of the masonry brick for the outside of the detective's office portion. I think it looks really nice. And I think it's interesting that this window opens. I was thinking of like having the detective hanging out of it or something, like as she's gonna go like jump for a mission or something like that. I think that could be a cool little touch to my city. There's really not much left of the build, just the roof and then a section that goes above the barber's shop.
Told you to get it done.
I think it's lovely. Have you got a favourite modular set, Daly?
Well, I've really been liking the downtown diner, which I have over there temporarily on one of my shelves. I think it's a really nice set. I love the colors that they put on there, and I like how in the kitchen they've tiled off the floor and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a great modular, man. It's definitely one of my favorites.
So, okay, guys. So I've now got Assembly Square. Obviously, I'm not finished it yet. What modular would you recommend that I get next after it?
Corner Cafe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you mean that is that on Lego or like the second, market?
Well, what is the one to get, and what is one that you'd recommend that you can currently buy?
Yeah, cafe corner.
Is that like the one? Is that the one to have?
Yeah, Green Grocer. You should get Green Grocer too.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's hard to tell because honestly, the Imperium is really good as well. I mean, the detective office is one of my favorites also. But you know what? That bookshelf in the corner garage looks great too, and I don't have those. I don't have either of those.
I can get Cafe Corner for a very reasonable £2,500 on Amazon. You know what? The cheeky sods will charge you £6 delivery as well.
Oh, Sidious brings up that brick bank. That's a good one too, man.
I just don't think you can go wrong. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think you can go wrong at all with any modular. If you just pick out one that you like the look of, they're always gonna be good value, nice looking, fun to build. You can't go wrong.
Hi, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
Doc Hampton in the house. Eddie, mate.
How you doing?
And hey, Stud Studios.
I'll tell you what, Greg. If you want that set, because I bought another one of those today. Go to Entertainer. They got it on deal.
Have they?
Yeah, they got it on sale. I think it's like 31 quid. I think it is.
Well, that's good. That's 25% off.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's around that price. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but yeah, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have two of those. So I have, but yeah, I don't. Well, obviously, I'm not. There's one of those sets I'm just not gonna open up yet. It's just gonna.
One of the things, like if you start, like depending on how big you get your city, how detailed you get with it, or whatever, what you'll start doing is when, like, all right. So I bought this firehouse. It's really small. You can't really see it. Now I should have bought two of them. So I bought two hospitals and I put those together. So that's what you end up kind of doing, especially with these ones that are half built, not real modular buildings. You end up buying like two of them or three of them. Now, I don't know how, like Hoosier and them guys, like they'll buy like multiple like cafe corners or something, you know what I mean? And build like those. I don't know how they can manage to afford that. That's crazy. But yeah, but that's because Chop, he was the one who gave me the idea for the hospital. the way he had it sectioned out and everything. But that's into what you kind of end up doing. I mean, like the Creator 3-in-1 sets and stuff like that, because again, the modulars, you can't just, I mean, you can, I guess, but you can't just fill your city up just with those things. I mean, you got to have like other things in there.
Yeah. I like those smaller ones, those Creator 3-in-1s. I think they're really nice.
I agree.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the other thing I was thinking about is actually turning my pirate ship into like a little theme park. You know, trying to put like little slides there, little climbing frames, all
That'd
that
be cool,
kind of
man.
stuff, and then trying to add it into a city at like a later time. That's the thing with Lego. You just go or whatever pops into your mind and hope to God that you remember how to put it all back together again if you mess it all up.
Actually, you know what? If you did that, you know, it'd be a really cool set to infuse is the roller coaster. Hey, what's up? Bye, Jay. But yeah, the Creator 3-in-1 roller coaster would be a good one to infuse in that pirate ship if you did something like that, because it's already got like the broken pirate ship inside the roller coaster part. And
yeah, it's a shame I got rid of that, but yeah. I tend not to rebuy sets again. I think the only set I've ever rebought was the Apollo set, but that was only just in case.
Just in case.
Well, it was for the I think it was for your car one, Greg, because obviously I was waiting for the Mustang to turn up.
The Apollo lander because we were doing a car themed stream.
No, you're actually doing a Creator Expert stream, but
okay, all right, yeah, you got me on that one.
But lucky enough, my Mustang turned up in time, and I'll tell you what, I am glad that I got that. That is awesome. Awesome. I really got. That is awesome. I think I've got mine in the Shelby racer stance at the moment. Yeah, there she blows. I love that supercharger on top.
I really
is awesome.
That set, dude.
It is amazing. Really is.
I need to get a non-fictional American car up in here.
Yeah. Oh, mate, Hive. You need this. You need this.
That's a beautiful looking car, man.
It's amazing, really is, and yeah, it's even that because obviously it slopes in as well at the back there. Great, mate! The techniques that's gone into this is.
And I do think it looks better with the supercharged stuff on it. And
you need the supercharged
lifted up, and yeah, man.
No, I haven't. I've gone for the old Shelby style, so it's not the dragster part. So I've left it kind of like flat, so it's not raised up at the back.
Oh, because it looks like it's lifted.
No, it's not lifted. It's just where it's sagged down at the back. Because it moves at the back. So
it's not assembled it properly.
You could be onto something there as well, Greg. I did have to pull half of it apart. But I mean, look, you've got the
looks great.
Back. It's great, absolutely great.
I love big Lego cars.
Yeah.
Pause that, folks. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Sorry, guys, I'm having some issues with my. I don't know. It's just being really laggy, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Your video? Yeah, you might just have a bad connection, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be that, or usual sort of thing. Are you off Wi-Fi, or are you physically plugged into your network? Be another thing just to check.
Oh, I think he's dropped out.
Yep. Okay.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Normal service will resume shortly.
That's handy. So the entertainer, Darren, you're quite right. They're doing it for 20% off, and the entertainer, if you spend £30, you get free delivery. So this would be a free delivery job here.
Yeah, see, I'm quite lucky where I live. I've got one literally. It's in my main town down the road from me. So I'm like, I'll pop. While I was down the town with my daughter earlier on, because sorting out my missus' birthday for tomorrow, and we're like, let's buy it. It's a birthday present for her, for myself. You gotta do it, Amy. You gotta do it. Nah, man, she's got herself a lovely dinner. Keep an eye on the vlog. You'll see what I'm coming up with. That's a dirty plug. That was. That felt dirty.
A nice segue into the 72-hour live stream, which is next week, which I think most people here who normally would be streaming or whatever are only going to be streaming for the 72 hours. So you might just run around. Solo, what are you doing and when's your slot?
So my one is 4 p.m. Central Time, so it's 10 o'clock our time. And yeah, I'm gonna be. I don't know what I'm gonna be building at the moment. I haven't got a clue. I haven't sorted that out yet. I'll probably have something. I'll probably dig something out in the background there. And obviously, we're gonna have guests on. I think Brick in it and Greg will be jumping on for an hour or so. I think Brick Hive, you're there, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, I'll be around.
Coconut Brick Studios coming on. CC's coming on. Yeah, I'm gonna have a few guests coming on. It's gonna be great. It's gonna have a great laugh. And also, I think I'll be jumping on with you as well, Greg, on your one as well. So, and
yeah.
I think
I'll be all over the place and just
same here. Yeah, all over the place.
I'm gonna be a YouTube hussy next week.
And Hive, what are you looking at doing in your slot?
Well, no, in my building, probably Monkey King still. I don't know. If I'm pretty sure, unless something else comes up, I'll probably build this Ninjago set that I keep talking about building with that black dragon, whatever it is.
That's a cool set.
Yeah, man, it really is. I like that. And the minifigures, again, dude. Ninjago, dude, they got some good minifigures, man. I like how his skin is all completely black, and then he's got the white beard and everything. But yeah, man, that dragon, dude, pretty cool. So that's probably what I'll be building, but who knows?
Sorry for the issue earlier, but is my audio fine now? Because I couldn't hear you guys, so I just left the studio and rejoined.
Right.
Yeah, it's good, Lex.
Yeah, it's good. It's much better. Yeah, because before at least the video was sort of
I saw that.
But now it's good with that. So yeah, and my stream is going to follow up Hive's, and Hive has agreed for the first half hour of that one. I'm going to be doing a Lego Pictionary. So the idea is, let's see if I can grab one. Let's go down here. As you can probably imagine with Pictionary, it's just going to be drawing some Lego sets, and then people in the chat can be guessing what they are. So and have some points and things like that, and just have a bit of fun with it.
Is that Finn the dog?
It is.
An apple or a helmet? Is that hair?
It's a hairpiece, yeah.
Oh wow!
He's a proper poodle, mate.
Oh yeah, it's lovely trim back, but yeah, left the head off. Cool.
And then, Greg, when are you and what are you doing for the 72-hour?
I'm so I've got a 3-hour slot on Saturday, which only came about because I think the person, my predecessor, dropped out kind of like the last minute. So I'm kind of backfilling that. I'm going to have someone joining me as well, a special guest for that one that Buckshot set up for me, a YouTuber from America. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's quite well known in America. Well, I say, but well known. He's got about 1,500 subs, so he's he's kind of relatively good, good size, subscription based, and so he's going to be joining me next week. Solo's going to be joining me. Brick High's going to be joining me, I think, or at least he's invited. Matt, you're invited if you want to come in. Chris is going to be joining me for the whole duration. I'm going to be building I'm actually building the set that Hive is building at the moment, the Monkey Kids set.
Is it Pop Block Shop?
Yes, that's the one. That's what I couldn't remember which way round his thing is, but yeah, he's going to be joining me next week. I think he's in for an hour or two or something like that. But like I say, I think it's going to be it's certainly going to be a few people on my set that's going to be there for the duration, and there'll be people coming in and out. I mean, Sai, if you're out there still, you're more than welcome to join Brett's builds. If you're out there, you want to join for half an hour, you're more than welcome to. But my slot starts at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. BST time, which is of course 11 a.m. EST USA time, and then I'm going to be streaming until 7. So and then I think Matt, I'm with you for half an hour on Sunday for your Pictionary one as well.
Yeah. We'll we'll get work out that time too. But yeah, the same sort of thing. Greg will then help me co-host with that because I'll have the time doing the drawing, and then you can keep an eye on the chat and who's getting the points and things like that. So yeah, no, it'd be good.
I can't wait for your one. I think your one's going to be really, really cool, man. So I think it's a great idea. And what I love about being here, doing stuff with you, Matt, and Daily Brick, and everyone who's here, is that we all bring different things to the table, and I love your art, your thing. You know, you are the UK version of Kevin Hinkle for us, so it's brilliant. You know, gotta keep the art thing going, Matt. I really like it.
Yeah, great. And because at the end of the month on Kevin's stream, I'll be doing. He does a doodle stream. I think it's Friday mornings his time, and I'll be doing his multiplayer edition. So where we both get the same things, and we have a bit of a draw off. So it should be a good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that. That's a really good show to be on, that one, Matt.
Yeah. So that'll be good. And Sarah, how about yourself? You've got a slot, do you, for the 72 hours?
I do. I have a 3-hour slot. I feel like I kind of get forgotten. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. I have a 3-hour slot, and I don't even know when it is. So it's before Titanium J's slot. I do know that. I think it's at like 10 or 11 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have a slot. I don't know what I'm doing for it yet. It'll be a surprise.
Yeah, just make sure you don't get your CSTs and your ESTs and your BST time zones mixed up, Sarah. Honestly, it takes a little bit of fathoming out what who's doing what and when.
Well, that's why I
think it was a slot no one wanted, because I think it was like a 3 or 4 a.m. in the US kind of slot.
Yeah, that is a late one. But you got everyone in Europe will still be up, so don't worry about that.
Everyone in Europe, and you'll get all the Aussies. It'll be prime time for them.
Yeah, definitely. It's prime time somewhere in the world for whatever slot anyone's doing.
I don't know how much Solo would love to get a slot, which would be prime time for the Aussies.
Yeah, I've got the 2-hour slot. I'm on till midnight, so I'm going to be picking up some Aussies, no doubt.
Si O'Connor's got a late one. I'm going to help him out for an hour on Friday. Also, is you, Darren, actually.
Yeah, I'll be there.
He's doing 11 o'clock till 1 in the morning. And I said, oh, well, I'll be there for the first hour, and then I'm going to go to bed.
So Sarah, you are on Sunday at 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Central.
There you go.
There you go.
So I think that's like 10 or 11 a.m. here.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But is that Monday? Is that going to be Monday morning? What time is that on Sunday, Darren?
Hang on a second. Let's 4 a.m. So let's say 4 a.m. Hang on a second. Where are we? 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Central. That is for Sarah Starbrick. So
on Sunday. So that's good.
On Sunday.
It's late Sunday morning then. That's
yeah, it'd be late. Yeah, and Brick Hive.
Monday, isn't it?
So she's on before Brick Hive. Brick Hive is on at 8 to 11, and then Family Brick straight after that. Yeah, man, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I found Greg's promo thingy that he's got on his YouTube channel is really good because it's got everybody listed in order. So that's how I figured out where I was. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I'm on.
And Daily, are you? I think you said you might be away that week or something.
Yeah. I don't have a slot. I'm leaving on Saturday, so I don't think the Wi-Fi is going to be good enough for me to support me joining any streams. But I'm definitely going to come to the chat of as many as I can.
I know, unfortunately for me, I'm going to miss all the morning stuff for me anyway, because obviously I'm going to be out work driving, so I'm going to miss the Friday kickoff. I'm going to, poor old Ninja, I'm going to miss that. Bit upset by that, but no.
Yeah, I'm going to try and tune into it where I can.
I'll be the same. If I could drop in and just say, you're right, mate, I'm here, but but unfortunately, I'm going to be working. So I'm going to miss the kickoff, but I'm definitely going to be in as many of them as possible.
It's going to be like the Olympics or the Football World Cup, where no matter what time of day you turn the telly on, there'll be some sport on. It's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait for it. It's
going to be good fun.
Jeepy Sheepy Bricks. Hi, how you going? Good to have you along. And then Docs, then got little sheep in his little comments.
Yeah, Doc. Doc's out there. Doc, are you going to be doing a review on it for your virtual nude?
He'll probably, for him to do that, he'll have to watch all 72 hours so he can get the best bits.
He did that last year. I think he watched all 72 hours last year. I took him about 3 weeks to get the review out, but he did end up watching it all.
You know, Buckshot will be watching us all, though, making sure we're all behaving ourselves, though. Because did I hear that he stayed up for all of them, didn't he? I think it was in all of them, wasn't he? He stayed up for them.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I missed out on the last year's one and the year before that, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I wasn't like into Lego until last year, so I didn't know about this stream until a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I knew it was a thing. Yeah, I knew it was there, but at the time I was just kind of like in my own little world, in my own little bubble, not really, kind of venturing out. So I was just kind of like stuck in this kind of rut. But yeah. Oh yeah, I have a pretzel. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, my missus gave me a pretzel. My missus made homemade pretzels.
I'll take one too.
Wow. I'll say my missus, my daughter helps out as well. Don't know whether I should trust eating them.
Have you been a good boy today? Let's think of something. We had Doc with a question a bit earlier on. No, of course I can't find it.
So I have to ask this. I was just thinking about the new mosaics, and I wanted to know what you guys think about them.
Yeah, I like them. They're really expensive. If I buy any of them, I might get the Andy Warhol selection. But I do like the Star Wars ones, but the other ones are kind of quite cool for putting on the wall. I think the Andy Warhol ones, but I think they're good, but they are very expensive for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I really want that Iron Man one. That Iron Man looks so good.
So do you want to get the one where you combine all three to make the huge one?
If I was going to get the Iron Man one, I'd have to buy all three.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
But like Greg said, they are super expensive. So I might
I'd rather buy a modular. I'd rather buy a modular than buy one of those. That's how expensive they are. So
they're pretty cool though, and I kind of like mosaics anyways. It makes me want to make my own mosaic, to be honest, especially after watching Cafe Con Lego's video about her Avatar mosaic.
Oh, I loved that. Nice. That was so awesome.
She did a great job on it, and I was like, wow, that looks awesome. And I kind of want to do my own mosaic after seeing all these cool ones. Like, I don't know how expensive that is. I don't know. I know when I went to the Lego house, I think it was last year, they had like where you could build one little square, and then they take your little square mosaic and they put it together to make a huge giant one, and that was really cool. I just like.
Yeah, they did something similar at Legoland UK Halloween, where much the same thing. They give you an 8x8 tile and you go build something, and then you come back with the instructions, and then they put it all up as part of their, Halloween pumpkin display sort of thing.
Yeah, I love that. I don't know what it is about the little tiles and doing mosaics. I like it a lot. It's fun. It's relaxing, and I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like a Light Bright. If anybody ever played with a Light Bright, it kind of reminds me of, you just follow the colors and you pop in the colors. Yeah, I like that. So I would love to have those, but like everybody said, they're kind of expensive. So,
well, it's all relative because it's, I mean, they're like going to be 120 pounds for about 3,000 pieces, so it works out to like 3.8p per piece, which, it isn't.
But don't forget, you're also getting a whole base plate at the back of it as well. You
get
a whole base
plates,
and that's what's that? That's about 20 quid on its own straight away. So and then factor in all those other bits. So
I mean,
think about this. I mean, you get a base plate, but think about the only pieces you're getting are 1x1 studs. You're not getting any kind of mold, any kind of bigger piece. So I mean, I don't know, dude. And if you want to make the biggest picture, you got to buy what, 4 of them?
4. or 3 of them, depending on which one. Look,
Well, there's 3 different pictures, but then to buy the 4th, to get the 4th picture, or you got to buy them all 3 at once. I can't remember if you got to buy all 3 or 4, but
I think the Iron Man and Star Wars one is just free. I think the only one that you need
3.
4 on is the Andy Warhol one and the Beatles one.
The Beatles, if you wanted to have all 4 Beatles at once.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that's a great ploy in Lego's part. It's sort of like, here, how can we get you to buy the same thing 3 or 4 times of an expensive product? You know,
So I don't mind that. So I think that's fine. But their box art is terrible because, like, the way they've done the box art, it looks like you're buying all 4 of them. It's the same as the Andy Warhol one. It looks like you're buying all 4 of them. But when you open it up and obviously you're only getting one, you're like, oh, for God's sake, now you got to buy another one. It's a bit naughty, that.
Yeah, I mean, because I've done some mosaics on a larger scale, and it's the sort of thing like, to get pieces. Yeah, you can go on Bricklink and you can get the tiles for like 1p or 1 cent or 2 cent or whatever. But the thing is, you can't get them in quantity. So to usually get anything in quantity, it does start averaging out at about 5p or 5 cents per piece, and that's before you take account of postage. And when I say quantity, it's like you're trying to get 200 or 1,000 of one color or something. So when you look at the alternative, I think the prices aren't in that regard too bad.
But like you said, they're only like 5p per piece. So in that regards, it's underneath that 13p kind of price point that everyone kind of holds the.
Well, see,
account.
I think it's because of the way it is. All right, so like for instance, UCS A-wing, that was what, 300? I can't remember off the top of my head, but so you're paying $300, but it's all the same thing. You know what I mean? Here, you're trying to make a decision either to buy one, or you're gonna have to spend a lot of money to have the set or collection or whatever the case may be. Like, yeah, you can just get Ringo Starr up on your wall, but if you're a Beatles fan, you want all 4 of them. You know what I mean?
Is this where we've with Lego now become so accustomed to not having decent B models that we freak out? Because once upon a time, you would have, you get a set and it would have a good B model and a good C model, and nobody was ever there complaining, well, I can't make the A, B, and C model all at the same time. Now I'm going to have to buy 3. Where it's sort of like, well, it's a similar sort of thing. And
I suppose they still are 3 and 1s, aren't they? Because like you got the Iron Man one, where obviously you got Iron Man Mark 3, the Hulkbuster, and obviously the Mark 17 one. Obviously you got the Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, and Vader. They are still 3 and 1s. I can't, but at the same time,
quite loosely 3 and 1s though.
They are loosely 3 and 1s, but at the end of the day, I think. I like where Lego's going. I like that they're branching out into different areas.
Oh,
they're
definitely.
not kind of sticking into this guy. Because I think this is obviously all kind of like the formation of dots, really. Let's face it. It's just dots on steroids at the end of the day. And it's just.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty much that. And the thing is I've done a couple of videos on, how to do mosaics and things like that and how to build them and everything. Because I've done that. And it's really interesting that since they made the announcement of the new art sets or whatever, those videos, the views on them have gone up 400%. So it's almost like by doing that, they're encouraging people, bringing more of the ideas in terms of doing more mosaics and things like that. And certainly if you're trying to get pieces and things, I think, the more attention you can bring to mosaics, the better it's going to be in the long term.
I think it will be really interesting to see what people do as like alternative builds for the actual boxed mosaic sets as well. Like, I want to see what people actually create out of the pieces that they have to make the Iron Man or whatever, and see what if somebody does something else really neat that you can emulate.
That's a good point.
I think that's 100% there, Sarah. I think you're bang on there. I think that these mosaics, it's just going to open up a whole new world of just different creativities now. That's going to come out of it. It's going to be great. I think I think Lego, like Greg said, on his streams, but I think we're definitely coming into either a silver age or a golden age of Lego now. I think we're in definitely that kind of prime state because they are chucking out sets left, right, and center. None of us can keep up with them. They are just going mad. And so all of us want to buy them, but damn, our wallets are taking a pounding and a half.
But I think that's half the thing. Like a lot of these sets, like particularly the art ones, they'll go into interior design type spaces and shops. They'll go into like, when you walk into like the hardware store, whether it's like a home base or something like that, you've got a whole section there which has like the poster art, which is like, some of the Marvel classic covers and things like that next to your wallpaper and things. You can see these are going to end up in there as well. And you look at a lot of the stuff, these sublines and things which have been coming out in the last 6 months, and a lot of them lend themselves to be in other areas, like, the National Geographic one, which Greg had a bit earlier, like that will go into National Geographic shops. And the dot stuff has gone into all sorts of weird places. Like I remember walking into a shop pre-COVID and seeing one in there, and I can't even remember the shop, but it was still like there was no toys in it, there was no nothing, and you've got these dot bracelets there.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like what Doc says down here, it's like, we're starting off with Iron Man. I mean, now that, are we now going to get Captain America, the Hulk, and all that kind of stuff, and then you can have all 4 of the main Avengers like sat up there. That would be amazing, absolutely amazing. And then obviously going into the Star Wars universe, I mean, my God, your whole wall, I mean, God, how many characters can they make out of Star Wars? That's going to be incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm pumped, I'm hyped for them. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you something, Matt. Let's say someone commissioned you to paint a picture of Iron Man of that size. Like, how much would you charge for that? Roughly. Do you think Lego's overcharging compared to what an artist would charge? Because an artist actually has to take time to really go deep into that. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I don't know if they use an artist for these, or if they just use a computer program to slap an image on and then apply the Lego.
Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, though, Hive, I think you still got to be an artist, even with a computer program or not. I think you still kind of got that. You still got to have that element to it. But we're quite interested in what Matt was saying.
But it's also too, you're talking about, an artist making a one-off piece versus a production line.
Well, it was kind of like the Lego, the Twig Fig that came out. That's what I called it, the Twig Fig, that wooden minifigure. So I was under the impression that they were very limited because they were hand carved. Like somebody was literally carving that like it would a piece of artwork. Now, I think there was some carving involved in it, but I think it was mostly, again, it was a factory floor.
A lot of it is factory.
And I brought this point up when that came out, that if there's a difference between something being, it's almost like with painting. Like if you sell an original print, that's worth some money. Now, if you just sell prints, and you're just chucking out prints, it's not obviously going to be the same price. That's where I start having issues with Lego when they start trying to talk about our quality product and this and that. Yeah, the artist that designs the assembly square, pay him good money, man. That's good. You know what I mean? But he's not sitting there every single assembly square designing something again and again and again. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I'm starting to think about this mosaic stuff. It's not like it's an artist sat there and painted this picture. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't know, honestly, if $120 really is too much for it or not. I don't even know, honestly.
I think it's way overpriced. I think they're way overpriced.
Well, the reason it feels overpriced to me is because they have different selections. Now, if it was just one and you didn't have to choose from any other ones, I think it would help me be like, okay, I could spend $120 on this, or if it was maybe a little bit bigger, that one, But now I'm sitting here like, well, I really like all 3 of those different Iron Man pictures, and I really like the one that we combine them all together, and it's like he's got his arm out like that. So that's when it starts getting to be like, what do I do?
Well, it's what I say. So at the end of the day, you vote with your wallet. At the end of the day, if you don't like it, and millions of other people, if they don't like it, don't buy it, and Lego will stop doing it. And that's and they've done that plenty of times before. I think probably the biggest sufferer of it, and I think it's a big shame that obviously they're thinking about putting the plug on hidden sides, and I think that's a crying shame. But that people didn't buy them because they didn't like them, and they pulled the plug on it.
Did they pull the plug on it?
I think there's talks about it, aren't there? I've heard whispers that they are thinking about putting the plug on it, but I don't know. I hope not. I generally hope not, because I think some of those sets that they're bringing out are truly awesome. But
I need to look at a chart to see what makes them the most money.
But I mean, you look at the Star Wars buildable figures. I mean, There's a good one. There's the good one. You know, people didn't buy them, and they got rid of it. And right at the point when they were getting into their stride of actually starting to pump out some really good ones, and if you see the ones that they were going to do, oh my god, I am crying. I have died inside.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I done my bit. I bought them all. I wanted to continue. As much as I didn't like the face ones, like I didn't like those, but like the Commander Cody, the Boba Fett, and Jango Fett, the helmet ones were good. And then they come out with the Stormtrooper, the Scout Trooper with a bike on it, and then they come out with a Super Battle Droid. Oh my god, they were going to be amazing. But
that does sound really cool. But I guess it's kind of like the argument where we've talked about the whole Monkey Kid Ninjago thing, where everybody's like, "Oh, Monkey Kid's going to kill Ninjago." Well, if Ninjago makes them money, they're not going to get rid of Ninjago. It's only when something starts losing money that's.
Yeah, I mean that's been my argument from the very beginning. I mean, at the end of the day, if Ninjago don't make any money, Lego's just going to go. But they're not. But they're not. Yeah, they're pumping out these sets. People are buying them.
Yeah,
they're never gonna. Until that day comes, it's never gonna go anywhere. I mean, it's just been a bit of a weird argument, like Monkey Kid versus Ninjago. If Lego wants to get rid of it, they just start pumping out bad sets, and then people start buying them, and they pull the plug on it. If they really wanted to, they've done it with Bionicle, and yeah, unfortunately, I think it's a crying shame that Bionicle disappeared. Rest in peace, Bionicle.
Dude, what's up with Bionicle? I still have a hard time believing.
I've never seen that thing, man.
That was a big part of my childhood. That was. I think that's what really got me into Lego. I remember getting my first one, and it was just like, oh mate, amazing. Actually, no, it wasn't my first one of my childhood. But yeah, that was one of the kind of things. It's like just amazing. You know, you got all the action features on it, and the head falls off, and then you pull it back on again, and it falls off again because you suddenly realise that it's dodgy connections. But nah, man, I used to love Bionicles. I think that was a brilliant thing. But yeah, they just started going mad with it, and then it just kind of died off. I think it was a big shame. But and they haven't come up with anything like it since. But maybe I mean, because I was really upset that the Bionicle anniversary set didn't get through on the ideas one. I understand why it didn't go through, because obviously it's a Lego theme. They might want to do their own thing, but at the end of the day, I think it's a shame. I think it's a crying shame. But
yeah, I don't get it, man. But everybody's got their thing they like.
Yeah. You know me. I like my Technics, and obviously Bionicle's kind of got that Technic kind of
that's
side.
Maybe that's why I don't like it. Maybe it's subconsciously because it's a Technic thing.
Yeah, that's Technic people, mate. We're slightly messed up in the head. Mind you, though, you got the worst one, mate.
But it actually looks like what it's meant to. So
yeah.
Course,
I will say though, I do want that Ducati though. That's a nice looking.
Yeah, that Ducati is awesome, absolutely amazing.
Made a modification yet to put a seat into it?
Yeah, my sister's made one for me. I've just got to go up and go get it. My sister's made me a pleather seat to go over the top of it, and she's put like a little Technic beam on the inside of it so I can connect it inside. But yeah, she lives up in Staffordshire, so I've got to go up and go get it for her because she can't be bothered to drive down here. So it's going to be a while yet, but I'm hoping to go up there either next month, I think it is. I'm going to go up there and go grab it off her and go up and see her, because I haven't seen her in like 4 months. So yeah, I can't wait, because I really want to, because I've got to peel that sticker off it and put that on the seat. So yeah, I can't wait, because she's a bike lunatic like me. She doesn't ride bikes, but she likes them. So, but I'm the other way around. I ride bikes and I love them. So yeah, I can't wait to put a seat on it, because then that then will be fully complete, because that is a gorgeous looking bike from the front. So as soon as that seat's on there, it's going to be. I mean, I think someone asked me what was my favourite set of the year, and so far that Ducati is definitely my favourite one so far.
Wait, how fast do you think you've gone? What's the fastest you think you've gone solo?
What, on a bike?
Yep.
131, I think is my top speed that I've done on it.
Well, a buddy of mine, he's a bike fanatic, and something that he said one time, it is years ago, that I never really thought about. The reason bikes are so fast is because all it is an engine with 2 wheels, man.
It's basically all it basically is your ass is in the middle of that engine, and that's it. You know, it's like,
That is so awesome, though.
There's no friction. There's no friction. That's why they're so fast. There's no friction.
Yeah, nothing there. Oh mate, I tell you what, they were. I tell you what, that was the best time of my days. They were, really was. Going around on my Yamaha, just going around, and then going down to Brands Hatch, doing track days down there. I tell you what, that was absolutely bloody brilliant. It really was. I had to stop. I had to stop because obviously we were thinking about doing a family, and I was going to kill myself. I knew I was, and going around. There's nothing like driving around with the open air around you, going around. You got your knee on the floor, going around. The bike's kind of moving around. You are one with the road. It's absolutely God.
Dude, I have always wanted to do a road trip through America, East Coast to West Coast. Just riding like a chopper or something. Just something real comfortable, man. Not trying to rush. Just
that is the thing with the bike, because obviously I'm 6'2", so obviously I had a Yamaha. That was one of my bikes. And that bike is so short, it's almost like a clown bike with me underneath it. So I'm kind of riding like that. So I ended up getting myself a Kawasaki after that. I was like, oh, that's a bit better. But, oh, mate, yeah, that was super uncomfortable for me to ride.
I bet.
That was really uncomfortable. But, my God, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like that. Yeah, any car nut, I mean, I'm a car nut. But, anyone out there says a car is better than a bike, I'm sorry, it's not. A bike is just amazing. There's no feeling like it.
Try riding a bike in a torrential rainstorm, Darren.
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it when it's hammered it down with snow, and that scared the living hell out of me. Just going, oh, God. Just a little flick of the power. I tell you what, I think I've come home so stiff with fear. I was like, oh my God, what have I just done? But obviously, I've driven there when it's just like slightly raining and all that kind of stuff, and and then all of a sudden it hammered it down with snow. I'm like, oh my God, I've got to get home. And oh God, that was petrifying. Despite people saying, oh, I'll give you a lift home. No, all right, I'm a man. I can drive home. Yeah. Scared the crap out of me. And I vowed from that point never to do that again. But I've driven in the pouring rain, and you just got to be sensible. The same as the car, you just got to be sensible. Just don't go flat out round the corner and just pray to God that people see you. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna love you and leave you all now, folks, because I've got to crack on with some other bits.
You did mention that you had to go. So quickly, what's coming up on your channel for the next little bit?
Next week, I've got a couple of reviews coming out. I've got a special one I'm doing with a special guest for one of my speed builds. Funny enough, that's going to be the Voltron one. And getting ready for the 72-hour stream next week. I think that's going to be quite a good one to do. So yeah, looking forward to that and jumping in and out of everybody's streams. But yeah, no, thanks for having us tonight, Matt. It's been good fun. Lovely to see you all, Darren, Sarah, Daly, and Hive. You guys will take care, and I'll see you all real soon. Take care, Matt. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Good to see you all. Good to chat with you as well, Doc.
See you later, Greg.
Bye, Greg.
See you, Greg.
Thanks very much.
See you all very, very soon.
Have a good one.
There we go. Yeah, Greg mentioned that he'd have to go pretty much at 10:30 on the dot. I mean, we've gone for 2 hours. Do we want to go for a bit more or start to wind down? What's everybody feeling like?
Hey, man, it's your channel. You go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long you want to go for. I'll have to leave pretty soon.
Same here.
Okay, it sounds like we'll start winding it down then. So cool, excellent. All right then. So I think there was one or two little questions which pop up there. I think there was somebody's asking what the favorite themes were. I'll start off with Sarah.
Sean's Legos channel that was asking that, I think, and mine are definitely the modulars and the ideas, which I think I answered in the chat. But
Yep, I saw that there. So, Solo, you must be a Friends man.
No. I do own a Friends set. I do own it. I think it's a bus of some sort. I ain't got a clue. I didn't even realize I even bought it until I saw him through it all. But no, I think my one's obviously a bit obvious with obviously the Star Wars theme, Technic and ideas. I think they're brilliant. And Speed Champions. They're probably my main ones. My wallet takes a beating over the years, especially with Technic. That's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. But no, it's definitely Star Wars is probably my number one, and then kind of working my way down
from there. And Hive, we can see it's just changed to Monkey Kid, so we'll just skip over.
Yeah, definitely Star Wars, and I'd probably say the creator expert like vehicles. Honestly, I would say modulars, but it's probably a third now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can just say creator expert, and that's all encompassing of the buildings and the cars.
18
That's
plus
true.
now, isn't it? It's all 18
Yeah, I
plus.
was going to say
Yeah,
the company
yeah.
retired the creative expert.
What a rubbish name, isn't it? What are you going to buy? An 18 plus.
Are we still talking Lego?
Yeah. No, it's the one on the top shelf.
Yeah. It's the black box ones.
Yeah.
See, I remember growing up, I was one of those kids that took like stuff real literally, you know. So I wouldn't have even asked to buy one of those sets if I was under 18, you know, like when I was younger. But I can't imagine if like a kid walked up and wanted to buy it, like you know, they're not gonna not sell it. I imagine.
That's the thing. I think Lego should put something down here. Is like you just need to be an experienced builder. You don't need to be 18 to buy it. I mean, that's a long blurb to put on the bottom of the box, but yeah, I mean, it's like I agree with you, there, Brandon. It was like if you're a 12-year-old kid going in there, it's like, oh, I want that set. Oh, but I've got to be 18. It's like be 18.
I mean, and obviously it's something I hate or I'm against, you know, but it's obviously a gimmick. I mean, I think it's a nice gimmick because we've already had stuff that's, you know, like look at the UCS Falcon. Look at this. Look at the Lambo. That's not. They didn't say like. Well, I guess maybe it did now. I don't know if it said 18 plus.
No,
but,
it's not. It's
like,
16.
Dude, I'm 43, man, and I shouldn't have even built this thing.
Well, you think that's what I was saying to Greg yesterday. I think that's what we were talking about yesterday. It's like they've gone ahead and made the creator expert 18 plus. Technically, it should be an 18 plus step. Not just for that. Just you have to be over the age of 18 to buy these things because they are ridiculous.
Quick shout out to Generic Stud and Ingrid. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Generic.
Bye. Or are they leaving or are they showing up?
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
saying
No, they just popped in.
I just popped in, so just as we're sort of starting to wind down. And I think we still need to get to Alex. What was your favorite theme?
Yeah, I'd have to say creator experts definitely up there. I really like the modular buildings, but ideas it's awesome to get like obscure licenses such as Home Alone and stuff like that. Just
that's very
one-time
true.
sets. So that's a really nice thing that I like about Lego. So I'd have to say ideas is one of them. And Harry
I should have picked that too, man, because that's how we got the tree house, the Apollo set, the space station, like a lot of good. And that's not even cool, like Flintstones and
Ship in a Bottle. There's
Ship
just
in a
tons of really
Bottle.
cool
Oh my gosh,
ideas.
yeah.
There's loads. There's
Storybook.
loads.
It's just all kinds of really cool stuff.
Oh mate, that storybook was so nice. That really was. I mean, because that's in my daughter's room, and that's so nice.
Did you guys get the smaller version?
Yeah.
So I never saw the smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just Christian Anderson and stuff. It was really cool. The little promo one. Yeah. But I love idea sets. They're definitely my favorite too.
Yeah, good pick. But good pick, Daly. That's definitely good.
Yeah, I think I've got virtually not all of them because I still need the lunar lander and all that kind of stuff. But no, the Mars rover. Sorry, but oh man, I love ideas. I think it's such a brilliant thing. That they've done.
And another great thing is they're from like us, man.
Yeah,
you know, like just your builders. You know, it's a great thing, man.
Yeah,
and I'm not mistaken, you could make money, right? Like, don't they give you like 1% of the profits or something?
Yeah, I think they give you 3% of their profits. So it's
dude,
just awesome.
Even 1%, dude, that's a lot. Yeah. Can you imagine getting 1% of Voltron's profit, dude?
Oh man,
or any of them, man. I mean, oh my god.
I think what they've said with that, it works out. It's not enough to buy a house. You know, obviously how it goes, but it's enough to get a really nice new car.
Yeah.
And it's really cool and plus you're immortalized in a way, you know, like there's always going to be that Lego. And then one of them, the dude, they made a minifigure out of him, didn't they? In the set? I can't remember which one it was. Because I want to say it's a treehouse, but I don't think that was it.
No, it wasn't the tree. I can't remember which one it is because he's actually got through 4 times, I think it was.
Oh.
So I think they made him an honorary figure. Which
Can you
really
imagine having an official Lego minifigure of yourself, dude?
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. That'd be just amazing. But I'm not that talented to even think about going anywhere near publishing anything like that. Anything nowhere near. I would have to take that. The only thing I'll come up with an idea. Well, I'll take that Technic pipe, post it on there with a seat, and just pray to God that it gets through. Yes.
And I do want to. I want to make clear something too earlier about what I was saying about the art thing going on, because there is a difference between somebody, you know, like sitting down and creating. Yeah. Like, you guys have seen some of the stuff created by Lego, dude. Like, it's insane, man. Oh, yeah. Like, even just looking at some of the stuff Moto builds. Like, and the techniques that he uses, man.
Moto, man.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Mate, we need to get him into a Lego design, man, and just start pumping him with art ideas.
I hope he gets on Lego Masters, man.
Oh yeah, big time. And we got. I'll tell you what, Matt and everyone else, we got to just like, when you're on there, like a bit, it's like, hi, I'm Moto. Yes, I know Brick Hive. He's on the YouTube. Shout out.
Well, it's probably the sort of thing where Brick Hive sent him a Brick Hive shirt or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, you come through. You have the shirt of approval.
Yeah, exactly.
And Moto is such a nice guy too, man.
Oh, he's great. He's great. He really is. Oh, this is split slightly.
Yeah, I think for me, it's because I've had that question a few times, and I don't like any particular line. I think I just like the certain sets you see and you just like, whether, you know, it's an '89 Batmobile, it's a Welcome to Apocalypseburg, it's I do like some of the Technic stuff. A lot of the newer stuff which have motors in it, I'm a little bit more apprehensive on, because it's sort of like, well, because it's app driven, as soon as that app stops being supported.
Nah, you see that's a big misconception on that. You don't so like the RSR, the Porsche RSR, which was a cheaper Porsche one that you could buy. You could put a motor in it, but you don't have to. Everything's there, and I think that's the same with what was the one I had?
The ones which come with the motors.
Yeah, you could take the motors out of them. You don't have to they don't have to be motor driven at all. You can leave them out, because
that's my point in terms of you're buying the set with the functionality of having a motor, but that's dependent upon the app working. And that's, you know, coming out of a dark age, it's sort of like all the stuff which I had from when I was a kid, it still works today. Okay, there might be one or two batteries, which a few of the solders are gone or something like that, but it's not like, oh, I don't have that app anymore. It's now a doorstop. I can't do anything with it.
Yeah, that's always going to be the big argument, though, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's like, I disagree. I'm the same as you, Matt. I disagree with it. You know, they're only going to support it for so long until the next big craze comes along, and then we'll just sideline that, and then you got millions of people without it. I think, I totally agree with you.
Because I also wonder too if that's then bled into Hidden Side, and why that was potentially it didn't do as well, because some people were looking at it and go, oh, wait a minute, what, you know, okay, yes, it's a toy, some people are just going to buy it as that, but it's sort of like, okay, I get it in terms of Lego trying the color functions and doing this, but it's like, yeah, it only has that functionality so long as you have that app.
Yeah, I think that's also, I think it's totally right. I think it's also the same as Mario as well. I mean, that's so dependent on certain things as well. And it's like, I don't know, because obviously that you need an app for that as well. And it's like,
well, that's the great thing about Lego is it doesn't have batteries that's going to die. If it gets wet, you still play with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's the big problem with Mario. The Mario thing is obviously it's got that bloody great big battery pack, and obviously it's one big screen. I was like, you drop that. Yeah,
well, that's it. Somebody else pointed out is that even if you've got it turned off, you don't have the screen, so you don't see his eyes and his face.
Yeah, so he's just got those ghostly black eyes. Oh,
I think it was Bricks O'Brien. I think I watched Bricks O'Brien showing it off, and it was like you turn the batteries off or turn it off, and it's like you guys said, it's really creepy.
Matt, I've got to go right now, but thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. This was a really nice stream.
Great to have you on. Do you just want to quickly, what's coming up on your channel?
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be doing some more streams. I'm still posting content Monday through Friday. Aside from that, really nothing else to look forward to.
Okay then, excellent. We'll see that there, and I'm sure with your streams we'll eventually catch the detective's office all coming together. So thanks very much for popping on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Bye. Thanks for having me, Matt. See you, Darren, Hive, and Sarah.
Bye, Daly.
See you guys.
Making good progress. Some progress.
I know.
See, we had faith in you, man. You did good.
Yeah, I even got to the 3rd floor. All right, we'll see you guys.
No
All
worries.
right, brother.
Take it easy. Have a good one. And then
there were 4.
So I think,
Well, I'm
yeah,
right behind him. My wife just texted me, said dinner's ready.
okay, then we'll start winding it down. So, like, okay, so Hive, what's coming up on your channel? What can we look forward to?
Well, tomorrow I'll have Good Morning Brick World like every Sunday, so that'll be on. When I get done with dinner, I'll start finishing the editing of my weekend review. So, and the interesting thing about that one is because I went to the Lego store, so you can kind of see the weirdness of it. Because I was telling everybody yesterday how like they got like the plexi. Well, they got everybody should know they got the plexiglass thing in front of them, but then now they have like this plexiglass tunnel type thing where you push your set through and then they grab it on the other end. And I don't know. It seemed kind of like overkill, but hey, I get it, man. You know, they're trying to be safe. But I was only in the store for like maybe 10 minutes. I was trying to hurry because there was a line outside and families with their kids and stuff. And here I am, this adult running around the Lego store. So I was like, I know, don't get me wrong, I have a right to be here. But I was like, well, I don't want my kids out there wait all day, man. So I picked my Monkey Kid set and tried to sneakily film as much as I could and got out. But yeah, not too. I don't know. Yeah, like just random stuff, Hive streams. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing I noticed at the Lego store, like since the post lockdown, is if you've seen the queue out the side, you feel more pressure to just go, okay, I need to grab what I need or want and get out. So then you can let other people in. Whereas before, you might stand around, just have a chat with the staff and for a bit longer about Lego-y whatever.
But the staff there is really friendly. I mean, like there's one guy, he does kind of look at me weird when I'm trying to film stuff, but they're really friendly. They're really awesome. I mean, you guys know, I mean, customer service from Lego is outstanding.
Yeah, the people in the shops I've always found are, it's fantastic. They're really good. They know their stuff. They're happy and cheerful. So it's always a great experience. But you notice the change a little bit more. So okay, and Sarah, what have you got coming up next on your channel?
Well, I'm still streaming on every Monday and Thursday at, I believe it's 6 o'clock UK time. It's 7 for me, but 6 UK. So probably the people that are still watching are probably in Europe. So Mondays and Thursdays in the evenings.
Excellent. And Solo, what have you got coming up?
Well, I was supposed to have a Harry Potter set come up today, but I was kind of denied actually editing that video, so that's gone out the window for today. So I'm gonna wait until next Saturday for that one to come up. But so my vlogs are going up tomorrow, and then Speed Champion week for me. So it's gonna be stupidly, I'm doing a video every day on Speed Champions, the ones that I've got lying around here at the moment, comparing them to the real car, to the Lego one, and just going a bit more technical, in my own head, obviously going side by side of cars and the power and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's me for next week, and then obviously 72 hours.
72 hours, yeah. I think most of us will be on that and jumping in and around. So for everyone who's still here in the chat, and that's been great having everyone in. And make sure you check out everybody's channel. If you're still there, hit that thumbs up or thumbs down. We prefer the thumbs up. That'd be great. And for me, I will have my weekly vlog this week, the week that was. Hopefully it'll be Tuesday, but I'm still kind of away dealing with a few things in our holiday home Lego place, so it might be a little bit later. It might be 1 or 2 other random videos during the week, but otherwise, yeah, much the same. Be the 72-hour live stream. We'll try out this Lego Pictionary idea, see how that goes. See if people can guess the sets and those sorts of things.
That's going to be great fun.
We'll see how it goes. Because I've just been finding a couple of the test ones. It's sort of like as soon as you hit it with a bit of color, people start guessing what it is. But it's the sort of thing where you actively don't mind if people using Google, because I think there's some ones I'm thinking of. It's sort of like, yeah, you're really going to be stretching your mind to figure out those ones. I think. Does anybody else have any other final words or anything they want to say or plug or anything?
No, I think I've run my mouth enough. So
yeah.
Alrighty then. Thanks to everyone who's been in the chat. Been great. Thanks for watching and sticking around. And yeah, definitely next weekend, 72-hour stream. check out Bot Chop. He's the one who's sort of organizing it. So you'll see all the different people and all the different slots that they're doing. So check that out. And thanks very much for being here. And until next time, when we talk about all things Lego and lifestyle. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Hey.